What up? What up? I had a brain freeze, like a legitimate like brain freeze. I'm like, where am I?
It's because you still the fucking Vegas.
Yo,
introduce yourself.
Vegas was such a good time, man.
Right, before you start with your silliness,
man. Shenanigans. What up? It's episode 17, the Rose Podcast ever. It's your boy C Diddy.
That makes me sick. It is 17.
It's episode 17. We are 10 episodes past what it takes to make the criteria,
and we're lit
to be a real podcast, and we stupid lit. Like numbers lit. Is dumb off the charts.
Yeah,
stupid, dumb, ignorant lit.
I'm happy.
Yeah, now I just need somebody to give us some money because we are for sale, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely for sale.
In case you were wondering,
yeah.
We are for sale. The good news is we will have pre-orders up for merch by the end of the week.
Definitely.
That is a promise. I don't know the website yet. I haven't purchased the domain, but it will be.
We were throwing around titles earlier.
Yeah, we were throwing around TRPEmerch.com. Don't go to that domain just yet.
Yeah.
And if you're out there, don't buy it and then try to sell it to me. I'm just going to buy another domain.
Yeah.
We're not loaded like that. But, yeah, merch will be available for pre-order starting the end of the week, probably Thursday or Friday. T-shirts, hats.
Dad hats. Maybe a bucket. I want a bucket. I saw
You're a fan of the bucket.
I saw that Reebok bucket.
He was like,
yeah, I need a bucket.
I was like, it's kind of fresh. Shout out to Bugsy.
I'm going to get me a TRPE bucket. When the winter come around, I'm going like all out. Like Drake does the OVO coats.
Yeah.
Like the baseball jackets.
TRPE
Letterman joints.
Letterman.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put one of those on.
It's so necessary.
Yeah. Definitely.
What's been up, man? I was out of town for the last 3 days attending a wedding in Las Vegas. Not your typical Vegas wedding. It was actually at the Primrose Garden at the Wynn Hotel.
It looked nice.
Very nice, beautiful wedding salon. They have a whole alley of wedding salons, like 10 different ones.
Yeah.
And they all have like different themes and shit. Like that was crazy. That's a beautiful wedding. Shout out my cousin Al and his beautiful wife Kalia. Congratulations. You have a lot of balls, my friend. You're getting married. Matt's getting married soon.
I'm not gonna have the Khalil Kane curl. Al
had a curly top.
No, Al had the Raheem from Juice. I won't have that. I would love to. I might throw on one of those wild ass. You see them on Instagram, like it's a bald nigga, and they spin him in a chair, and they come back, and he got a crazy wavy situation. It's like, I might get one of those for the wedding.
I get the curl cap.
Yeah.
With the fade on the side.
Like, let me get a number 3 with a little bit of the number 4 on the side. You know
all right, that's going to be $187, big man.
Them Jones is way more than that. They look $500-$600.
That's crazy.
Dog, my girl was showing me, like, the wig units. The girls, they're like thousands. Like, Beyonce Jones, like $5-6 grand.
Yeah, I know.
That shit is crazy. That's why I just get me a razor, go to town.
Take care of a free for the freezy. So yeah, man, I was out of town. I was in Vegas. Ignorance Friday, wedding Saturday, dinner followed by more ignorance. Sunday, woke up, lunch with my Miami Connects. Ignorance. I was in bed by 10 o'clock last night because it was fucking straight balls to the wall from like 3 until 9:59, and we had a blast at fucking rehab. It's the best time I ever had on any vacation, especially Vegas though. And I'm thinking about moving to Vegas.
And we talk about that often.
Yeah, we talk about that often.
I
gotta get the fuck out of here.
Vegas. I'd love it.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
My haven.
I'm trying to be Los Angeles adjacent, but not part of all of the fake shit in Los Angeles. So it's like
that's a great way to. I told my girl, like, if I had my choice, it'd be Las Vegas or Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Like, just somewhere over there.
Yeah, West Coast, but not like the pretentious LA bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like you in the mix, and then it's like the nigga driving the BMW and he got the rollie on, but like the rollie is a prop, and then like the BMW is his man shit. It's like Philly on steroids. It's like
the rollie is a prop.
It's like a prop rollie from like a fucking Migos video and shit. And he let me see that joint real quick. What's that? You know what I'm saying? He's
I remember
like
a little
lion
ass little nigga from around the way. He had like 3 little gold chains on or whatever. And he was like, yeah, man, niggas hating, you know what I'm saying? Because I done cashed out and like bought me some motherfucking chains and shit. And Ross looked at me, he was like, it's fool's gold. Fucking
Fool's gold is always hilarious, no matter what context. Fool's gold.
Fool's gold.
I remember some guys that I knew. They all popped up. It was like 10 of them, and they all had these fucking chains on, and they actually looked pretty good. And I'm talking to one. I'm like, "Yo, man, that's a nice chain. How much you pay for that joint? Like $700-800?" He's like, "No, man, $125." And they gave us a good deal, man. We bought like 30 of these joints. I'm like, these shits have diamonds in them. Like, no way these are real.
That's crazy.
Shit is crazy.
Oh man, but yeah, we're back now.
We are back.
People were mad as shit.
Yo, people like, where the fuck is that? Like, I got cursed out a good 7 times.
Easily.
DMs on my Twitter timeline, everything. Like,
when you're not responding, they come right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? It's Monday. I'm bored as shit. What's going on? I'm like, look, man. We're trying to get Chad out of fucking rehab.
What do you want from me?
The fuck? I'm like, when he gets back, we're going to have it up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So here we are.
Weekend was crazy.
Yeah.
I seen some things, man. Was a part of some other things.
That's dope.
Crazy weekend.
My weekend was fucking horrible.
Hell weekend.
Bat
the mover.
I'm never moving again. Like, honestly, like I said it last time, like I'm never moving again. I'm definitely never.
Moving is the worst shit on earth, other than like getting a toothy dick sucked.
Next time I'm hiring Caucasian workers.
Yeah, they're going to be prompt early.
Like, I did way too much. You know what I'm saying? Way too much. I had to put icy hot patches on my back. I felt like Shaq
basically
last night.
Paid niggas to help you as opposed to hiring a moving company, which is what you thought you did.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You want to talk about it?
No.
No. All right.
It's over. I'm mentally disconnected from it. It's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
But no, what's crazy is though, shout out to the people that email us, man. Literally, I posted the shit earlier, you posted it. We got like 27 new questions in the email. And we'll get to that later. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to some of them.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I just was going to check a text message, and I just found out that part of the wedding party were slipped a Molly yesterday at rehab. So it was good times all around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's having a good time. And it reminds me of that fucking episode of, what is the name of that show? Shameless. You ever seen Shameless on Showtime? It's a good ass show. I watched like 7 seasons of that shit in 3 weeks. Okay. It's a hell of a show.
That's how I'm doing Billions.
Yeah. I gotta watch fucking Billions from last night. Was it lit?
I didn't watch it yet.
All right. Well, me and Matt gotta watch.
My cable isn't hooked up yet.
Oh fuck.
Yo, they're not. These motherfuckers. I call them. They put the commercial out. Transferring your service is 1 2 3. It's not 1 2 3.
It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12.
When I saw the shit online, like yo, pick the day, which was like tomorrow, coming in between 11 to 1. It's just a request. They got to call you and confirm the shit, and then I missed the call. So I'm thinking that they were going to be there like today. This was a couple days ago.
Terrible.
To like set it up, but then they like, oh no, because you didn't confirm yet. And I'm like, well, when's the next confirmed date? They like, well, we have May 18th. I'm like, bitch, no.
You do know it's 4:30.
I'm like, what the
Not
fuck?
time either, the date, motherfucker.
I'm thinking like, yo, maybe you was going to say like we could have somebody there tonight before 9. No, this bitch said May 18th. So then I had to call. She hung up on me because I started cursing and called back. I got a real nice black lady. She had 2 names, like one of like anime. I can't remember, but she helped me out, and they're coming on Thursday. Okay. So whatever.
It beats May 18th.
It beats May 18th. That beats that with a fucking stick.
Yeah, that's the nut shit of moving. I remember when I moved to my spot now where I'm at.
You had some movers for me, and then you didn't have some movers.
Yeah, no, they fucking stopped the company. Fucking Andre decided to disband the fucking company and shit, and I guess he's doing something more productive than moving people.
Yeah. When the worker was supposed to be there at 10 a.m., when he showed up at 1 with Yeezys on,
Yeezys.
I knew he was.
Yo, cuz I could change right quick and shit. You got a bathroom, big man?
Yo.
I mean, this is my residence. This is where I live. There's a bathroom here. Can I use that joint? I need to change it
because we're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I can use that joint right fast, bro.
Yeah, but we're over it. We gotten everything done. I went to the casino last night to unwind. You know, my comps is through the roof. I went and got some orange chicken and just relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I went to the Asian bistro in the casino. Like, I just need a break. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're over that. We're here. Realest podcast ever. Chad is back. I'm done moving.
I'm not going nowhere for a couple weeks. I was going to go to Atlanta for Ruggs weekend.
I'm going to Virginia, and then I'm going to Virginia. We got somewhere else we're going to. Oh, California. I'm thinking about that. That's later on. Though. That's
August.
the summer. Yeah, but I'm going to Virginia in like a month. So
okay.
We'll
I was going to go to Atlanta in 2 weeks, but for Ruggs weekend, but I'm not going to do it. Because if I don't get the same ultra VIP treatment that I just got in Vegas, I don't want to be a part of that shit. So it's like, all the nigger outings, not coming. Don't invite me, I'm not coming. Don't ask me, yo, you coming down? I'm not coming. Not coming.
I can understand that.
You know what I am going to do, right? I'm going to go to fucking Miami in probably like another 3 weeks or whatever and hang with my fucking Miami connects, because if he fucking had that phenomenal pool. Yeah, fucking right.
You know, I fly free.
Yeah.
I was going to come. That's the crazy part. I said the other day when I realized it was like not just wedding, because I was on the tip like,
yeah,
you was
like,
like,
shit going
you was
on.
like, yeah, I'm going for a wedding. And then I realized who all was going. And so I'm like, this is like a party with a wedding somewhere in the mix. I'm like, damn. And I told you, I'm like, yo, I'm about to chalk all this moving shit and just fly out real quick.
Listen,
and
out of a 70,
I was pissed. Out
of a 72-hour weekend, 2 hours was wedding time. The rest of that shit was free form, like do what you want to do and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we was strip club Friday, wedding. We went to Sushi Samba Saturday. Food is fucking crazy. Then we went to Dre's with Migos, and then rehab. I was on stage with Kevin Hart in my Miami Connects, who shall remain nameless. Because I don't want y'all hitting them up, asking for free comps and shit like that.
Yeah. I seen Rob was like, you're looking down at all the poor people.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I was cracking up.
Fucking disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 bottles of comped liquor. I can't be bothered with you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I dig it. All right, let's get to this dumb shit that you sent me.
All right. We're going to start the show on a high note. Kendrick talk. Damn is still super duper performing on the charts. He did like 233 the second week. All 14 songs on the album charted. He's the 5th artist in history to do that. The other 4, Drake, Bieber, Weeknd, Beatles.
Wayne never did that?
I thought he did.
I thought the Carter 3 did. Honestly.
I thought the Carter 3 and the Carter 4 did. So maybe that report I read was skipping Wayne or something like that.
You sent me a couple things in here that like aren't like all the way true.
How so?
They're true, but not all the way.
Well, I did some research on this. Lowest charting song of the 14 is number 63.
Now that's crazy. Like the fact that you got all 14 songs almost in the top 50.
Up, yeah.
That's dope as shit.
He has the number 1 single in the country. Damn, he took out Ed Sheeran for the number 1 song. He also has the number 4 song in the country.
Damn isn't a song.
I'm sorry. Be Humble.
Be Humble. That's what I'm saying.
Be Humble from Damn.
Yeah.
DNA is the number 4 song in the country. And they say he's the first rapper to ever have 2 lead singles in the top 5 on Billboard 100.
Now that's where it was wrong, because T.I. did it. When T.I. dropped.
Were they lead singles?
I'm about to tell you. He dropped No Matter What from Paper Trail. He dropped No Matter What. It wasn't an official single. He just dropped it like on some putting it out. Yeah. But the first official lead single was Whatever You Like, number 1 song in the country. Mm-hmm. His second official single was Swagger Like Us, was number 5 in the country. And then his third official single was the joint with Rihanna.
Well, was that the nigger chart or the pop chart?
Pop, I'm telling you, I was looking at it yesterday. It's the top. They were the top. I remember like Whatever You Like got moved.
I know Whatever
out.
You Like was number 1 for a while.
Whatever You Like went back up to number 1, and then Live Your Life knocked it out. And he was like the first rapper ever to have like his number 1 get knocked out by another number 1 and shit. But yeah, like his first 3 joints from Paper Trail were retardedly crazy. Yeah, they were all top 5 and on the Hot 100.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So
well, the report that
he's
saw,
the only person I think of that has done that shit.
Yeah, they said the other 2 artists that they named that did this were Bieber and the Chainsmokers. Mm-hmm. So that's Kendrick statistics. So with that being said, 2 weeks ago on this show, I said Drake is in trouble from an artistic standpoint. Matt and Clint both looked at me like I had 2 fucking heads. Now that Kendrick has the numbers and the performance, he's doing Drake shit now. You say what?
This is what I say. Are we still talking about an artistic standpoint, or are we talking about from a numbers game? Because from a numbers game, no, Drake's never in trouble. And this is what I was going to say. I actually looked at this shit earlier. And it's crazy to me that it's like, yo, this was just March. Drake dropped More Life in March. In a single day, he broke Spotify and Apple records. 63 million downloads on Spotify, 89.9 million downloads on Apple. Mm-hmm. That was a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying as far as the numbers game. No, he's not in trouble. Artistically, though, I get what, and I agree to you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Drake is. He's not, and I don't know if you listened to Carl in the voice chat. We was going at it yesterday about.
No, I missed that because I was drunk.
Drake isn't like Carl. Like, yo, he's an entertainer, and I'm like, I understand that.
Yeah,
but he raps. He does rap.
He raps very good.
He raps
at a high level.
He raps great. Kendrick is, to me, it's like it's the straight equivalent of Nas when he finally got Lauryn Hill on If I Ruled the World.
Yeah.
Like Nas
figured it out.
Nas' first album, the lyrical intellect that he showed off on Illmatic, you're never gonna see again.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But it wasn't commercially successful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It eventually went platinum and double platinum because
Exactly.
people were like, oh, but have you heard this?
But you gotta look at, like, it was 93, 94.
Yeah.
Biggie dropped, Bad Boy was it. But then you look at If I Ruled the World, 2 million albums. So it's like, Jesus Christ, it was like, damn. So that's kind of what I look at, like Kendrick. Like,
I went back and looked at the numbers for fucking It Was Written. He sold 4 million albums.
Yeah.
He sold like 568,000 copies the first week.
I remember that If I Ruled the World shit. I was going to.
I remember buying that CD.
I was going to West Philly, 52nd Street, YMCA summer camp. I remember they used to play.
The Wild.
Yo, shout out Pepsi. That was our camp counselor. I remember that and Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads,
yeah,
and LL Cool J, the Who Do You Love, the Loungin'. It was that was all they fucking played.
Yeah.
That If I Rule the World shit was huge. So I look at Damn, like Kendrick doing Be Humble and DNA. He's gonna do songs like Duckworth. He's gonna do songs like XXX. Yeah. He's gonna do songs like Loyalty. It's no way around that. He's just that good at rapping.
Yeah.
But for him to do songs like DNA, where it's like, I play that every morning now. I don't normally play Kendrick songs every fucking morning. You know what I'm saying? They just don't happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's dope to see him do that. But from like a number standpoint, hell no. Like Drake. I was reading this shit yesterday. Drake has the most charted songs amongst solo artists, 154, in the history of Billboard Hot 100. The most simultaneously charted Hot 100 songs in a single week, 24. And the most Hot 100 debuts in a single week, 21. Like, Drake literally, from a number standpoint, hell no. He's about to fucking host the NBA awards. Like, from that side, hell no.
Yeah.
But from rapping and showing off, like, rap god, Kendrick, I said it before, he's a way better rapper than Drake.
But that doesn't always get you where you need to go.
No, like, and I was thinking about it today when I was driving here. What song was I? Oh, the Khaled joint he just did. Drake. Fuck Me for Free. That shit.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm listening to the first verse and I'm thinking about my Instagram and Twitter and how many times I saw stomach on flat.
Yeah.
And like Drake drops a rap. It's just like Clint said. I can't think of no quotables from Kendrick. And I feel like Drake is what Fab tries to be.
Yo, when you said the stomach on flat shit, that's exactly what came in my head.
Like,
is that Drake executes what Fab tries to.
Exactly.
It's like what Fab does without the cheese on it.
It's almost like they come at it from opposite ends. Like Fab looks at Instagram and tries to figure out what's going to be catchy because of Instagram. Right. Drake is like, this shit is fly and bitches is going to use it on their Instagrams. Yeah. And niggas too, like last year I had beef, not right now. I saw that 50,000 times. And I'm just like, the whole fucking song is quotables. Yeah. That's kind of what the difference is between Drake and Kendrick. Yeah. And look at Jay-Z and Nas. And if you want to go all the way back to like Rakim and KRS-One, like it was just a difference in Jay-Z and Nas. Like Nas he did Rewind. Yeah. At the same time that Jay-Z.
People are going to hate that. We agree on this, but people are going to hate that Nas technically as a rapper, what it calls to be a rapper, Jay-Z can't touch him.
He'd smoke Jay-Z at any given time in life.
But he's not as great of a showman and an entertainer and a song structure guy.
I use this when I talk to people about this, and everybody always falls out. Nas did Rewind. It's arguably one of the best stories ever. He told a fucking story backwards.
He also did.
Let me finish this real quick.
You gave me power.
I'm just talking about at that time. Yeah. At the same time that Nas dropped Rewind, where he literally rapped backwards and made it rhyme. Jay-Z dropped a song where he said, Izod Bucket on, I'm so old school. It's like, that shit's better than that. Like, and that's kind of what it is with Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick's a way better rapper, but I'm rather listen to Drake.
That doesn't always sell you tickets to the fight.
Perfect example.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for Kendrick.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I'm happy that he figured it out because, like, I'm a day one Kendrick fan, and I got off the wagon because To Pimp a Butterfly, I tried to make myself like it, and I'm like, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried in the car. I tried at home. I tried cleaning the house. You know what I'm saying? And I just came to the conclusion that To Pimp a Butterfly is like for niggas that like put their cats on a leash and like take it for a walk.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard.
What Love say about Cole album?
Niggas who walk the work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a different type of thing. It's like, it's for niggas who iron their drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Natural deodorant.
Yeah. It's like, I can't be bothered with that
Pimp a
shit.
Butterfly is a different ballgame.
But damn, it's like, holy shit. And what's even more frustrating about To Pimp a Butterfly is The Blacker the Berry was the initial Buzz record that he put out. And it was super aggressive. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, yeah. And then you get it and it's like Isaac Hayes, Jazz Revolutions.
I want to say this, though. And y'all know how much I respect Khaled and how much I fuck with Khaled. I don't like the nigga J. Cole that much. But if Khaled get this song that he keep talking about, you know he's putting it out there that he's going to have Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole on the track.
Holy shit.
They've been talking about it all week. I seen like articles today like, will Khaled be the one to get Kendrick, J. Cole? And he even like was making jokes about it like that was what the whole are the Drake vocals in yet shit is about.
That means he probably already has it.
That's what I kind of was
thinking. If
thinking.
he's making jokes about it, he probably already has it.
But I've seen a lot of talk about that. Because that's another thing, too. I've tried to, like, de-niggify my Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to, like, follow a lot more, like, media sources and shit like that. But I see that a lot now, a lot of talk about that. Like, and if he get that song with Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, that's dope.
Have you heard Khaled's new single that he just put out?
The one with Bieber? That shit's smoking.
Yo, I just told my man, he a rapper. We just came from a meeting with this video production team that I deal with, and I'm like, yo, that's gonna be Khaled's biggest record. I'm like, it has Justin Bieber and Lil Wayne on it. They're the two most popular like human beings of like the last 20 years.
It's dope to see Wayne kill it. Chance destroyed it, and even Quavo. I mean, Quavo's got a million.
When I heard Chance, I was like, he's better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a very underrated, like, as far as rapper.
Chance to me is a young Kanye. Like, backpack Kanye.
But he can rap better.
No, I'm saying, like, he just comes at it from just a so cool aspect of it. Yeah. Like,
Chance killed that shit.
I know I'm godly with this shit, but I'm hanging out with the regular
You
folk.
almost, when I listen to Chance the rap, I almost feel like, to a certain degree, he's holding back on certain shit. But then he give us like ultralight beams, and you like, yeah, he was holding back on all this other shit.
Because he can clearly go there.
He can wash niggas.
Easily. Just hearing him on that Jones, just like, I don't know. I don't know, Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the benefit of being produced. Khaled is a producer in every sense of the word. He can tap the machines, but he also knows how to put people in the right pocket and in the right mind frame to make these monster anthem records. Yeah. And that's what J. Cole is missing. J. Cole can be Jay-Z. He has all the fucking tools to be Jay-Z, but he shied away from the fame part of it. And he will only rap to a certain somber, melancholy type of production.
It's crazy because I was listening to Born Center yesterday. And Born Center was so good.
Yeah.
The Born Center, he had like Crooked Smile and all that. Like, Born Center was just so good.
He made dope records without compromising himself.
And even Forest Hills Drive it took me a while, but once I started getting, I'm like, yo, this is a good ass album.
It's good.
This last joint though, I was just like, yeah, nah, this is gonna work.
And it's almost like you like trying to like fulfill the contract damn near. Yeah. Like, yo, let me just throw an album out. You know what I'm saying? Let me just fulfill the fucking contract because it's the same thing like what Kendrick did with fucking To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, you put out these super aggressive records leading into the album, and then we get the album, and it's like, what the fuck is this shit? What are these flutes? Is that an accordion? Like, what the fuck are these instruments that you're rapping to?
What Beans said Hot 97? You got too many xylophones
and flutes and shit. These fluty beats.
He cut on Nas's Light. Beans said, man, I don't want to hear them xylophones and flutes. Cut on some hard shit.
Also on the music tip, they announced the Made in America lineup today.
I saw people going off on
Jay-Z
Twitter.
and J. Cole are headlining. Migos is on the show. Chainsmokers is on the show, which they should be. Who else? There's a couple more people. Those are like the main four that jumped out at me. And you know what the first thing I said? Why the fuck are Jay-Z and J. Cole headlining Made in America?
It's funny, Jay-Z's never headlined the Made in America, right?
He's been on it.
He's been on it, but he never headlined it.
Yeah, he's headlining Made in America in 2017.
I mean, I get it. I don't want to see it, but I'm
not here for it. Like,
I'm going to tell you why. Jay-Z has... You know how, like, you're a Drake stan.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a Drake stan.
Ain't no kinda.
I'm a Drake stan. All right, fine. All right. I tried to...
Try to slide that in there. We slide that under the table. If you like it, you can keep it. If not, give it back.
I'm kind of a drug addict.
got some coke.
Yeah. But all right, yeah. Like, but you know how people are staying, like, the Beehive and the Future Hive. Like, Jay-Z, to me, he's like the first black rapper that had, like, stands.
Yeah.
Because Biggie and Pac, they were beloved, but they didn't have, like, stands that stood by them with all their mishaps. Yeah. And, like, Jay-Z straight lost in the battle. And motherfuckers was like, he got more money than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that.
The fight is fixed.
Yeah, exactly. I had a nigga straight tell me Jay-Z the greatest rapper ever, and he way better than Nas. And I'm like, wow. He's like, he got a baby blue Maybach. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, Jay-Z got those fans. Yeah. So I can understand it. Like, it's going to sell out. It's going to be a crazy concert.
I went to, when Jay-Z did that run of shows at the Barclays, when they did the grand opening or whatever, I went to, like, show, like, 7 or something after he lied to us and told us he was doing 4 shows, and then he ended up doing 16 of them. But I went to show 7. And you know who was all in the fucking crowd? 40-year-old Italian and Jewish white men. Singing every fucking lyric, song, bar for bar.
You thought you were, like, going to see, like, a Jigga show?
I was confused as fuck.
You're
like,
tripping.
Me and my homegirl who got the tickets was, like, the only black people there. We were in, like, the fucking American Express club box and shit. Her boyfriend at the time was the general manager of that establishment and gave us free tickets. So we were in that box and shit. Amazing seats, dope-ass show. I'm just like, yo.
Like, those are the only people that can do
people.
those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Drake could headline Made in America. Kendrick could do it. It's a very few rappers that could do that shit.
Yeah.
But you have to be like a crossover. Like, look at Migos. For all of their success and shit, they can't headline that. You could perform on it. But it's just like when you get to where, like, one of my homies, like, we was watching the, what was it? The All-Star game. We was all watching All-Star game. And John Legend performed at halftime. And he was like, I never understood how, like, the league is like all black, but they won't have like the Locks come perform at halftime.
The Locks?
I'm looking at him like, how much reefer did you smoke today?
There's fucking clubs in the United States that don't want the Locks to come perform.
Like, could you imagine Styles P performing at the All-Star game at halftime? Like,
Sheik Luch with the do-rag line on his fucking
and
head.
I seen motherfuckers on Twitter like, yo, the Super Bowl, why they don't ever let none of our artists perform? And I'm like, I like commented on it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Beyonce and Bruno Mars performed at the joint. I mean, that ain't our artists. Like, you don't, like, Beyonce is Beyonce. He's like, they never have like Keisha Cole, Snoop. I'm like, Keisha Cole? I'm like, what?
Keisha Cole don't want to see a Keisha Cole show. And you trying to put Keisha Cole on the goddamn Super Bowl. Sit your dumb ass down somewhere.
I'm like, I'm not a hate. Like, I'm all for, you know, black artists. I love black.
Don't get it fucked up. I'll come. Keisha Cole, you out there, I'll come at you tonight, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you performing at my Super Bowl.
I love Avant and Kiki Wyatt. I don't want to see them at the
fucking
Super Bowl. Like, what the fuck?
No.
Like, that just,
absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like you got to be next level to do that kind of shit. So I understand Jay-Z headlining Made in America. It's mind you, it's his goddamn festival that he put together.
He's going to rape the front end of the budget and the back end of the budget.
He needs a new boat.
slow year for S. Carter Enterprises. Yeah, I'm gonna need about $4 million to touch the stage. Yeah, I need four of them things. You know what I mean? He probably going for fucking headline both nights on some fucking shit. Like,
real shit. Bring Bleak out. Bring Free out. You know what I mean?
Bring Beans out.
Nah, he's not bringing Beans out.
I think they cool now.
But not Made in America.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Is it too ambitious of me to think that the King of Philly, Lil Uzi Vert, should be headlining Made in America?
I think he should be. He's not performing?
I didn't see his name.
He should definitely be performing.
He should at least be like a midliner.
Did you see the video I posted of him today?
No.
He's walking down the street and like somebody cuts on his song, like Bulls in the car, like filming him, like walking down the street, and he cuts on the Money Got Longer, that shit.
Yeah.
And he turned around and started like shoulder
You gotta love Lil Uzi Vert, man.
And I said it. I'm like, it was funny because me and Carl was talking about it the other day. And, you know, Carl hates the new. I understand who they are. They not the Biggies. They not the Locks. They not Jay-Z's, Nas. They not even Kendrick's, J. Cole's, and Drake's. But you gotta fuck with somebody who can invoke that kind of positive energy on the young people.
He has the youth in a stranglehold.
And he's not doing it on some negative shit. He making fun-ass fucking music. And they go to his shows and party. Like, just the fact that he let them chase. You ever seen him do that shit? Like,
the rage and shit,
And it's like, you don't ever hear nobody getting shot, stabbed, beat the fuck up, none of that shit. It's just like he really is a positive little dude for that younger generation.
They asked him on, I think it was Rap Radar podcast, like, what is the difference between you and, like, the other people in your class? And he's like, I make feel-good music. He's like, you hear my music, and you just start smiling. Like,
and the crazy part is...
And I was like, he's fucking right.
Dog, as wild as it sounds, I'm 365. That Money Got Longer shit come on the shuffle. I shoulder roll in the car. Like, you have to. It's a feel good fucking song.
I just saw Lil Uzi Vert perform in front of 300,000 people.
It was like 2 million people.
Like, it was like unlimited amounts of people singing EXO Tour Life.
They were like in a Boeing 229 hangar, and it was just millions of people. So it's like, I fucks with Uzi, man. I King of Philly, but
yes. Got 3 platinum singles all right now.
He does have
He's
more
on
platinum
Bad and Bougie.
singles than
He's on Bad and Bougie.
He does have more platinum singles than everybody else.
Yes, he does. Does Meek still rap?
What's crazy is I had to think about it. Wow.
Does Meek still rap?
I don't know. He's in Dubai. So
I mean, at the end of the day, let's not get it fucked up. Like, Meek Mill has a fantastic life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes a lot of fucking money. Monster, Puma. He's got, partnerships and shit that real top tier fucking brains. Mm-hmm. You need to rap more, cuz. Where is DC4 and the Baby? That was supposed to come out a month after DC4.
Where's DC9? It's like, I said it before. I'm like, I said Meek don't rap enough. He don't make enough music to but I think he's viable, and I think he's branded himself and become a name. Yes. So I think he's gonna be there, and like he's gonna get money. Yeah. He's gonna be doing shows, doing features, doing this, that, and the third.
My frustration with Meek is if he made some of the right moves. Him and J. Cole to me are the only two you can be Jigga stature type of guys that are out there. Pusha T has the ability, but he don't have the stature of a Jay-Z.
Oh, you talking about people who aren't like okay? I see.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like Drake is Drake. Drake is the fucking. He's out here in his own. Like when Wayne was on Rapper Island by himself, like Drake is out there doing his own thing. But as far as the Jay-Z lane, where it's like you got the streets, the girls want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You got all of that shit together. J. Cole and Meek, to me, are the two closest ones. Not even necessarily J. Cole more so in terms of stature and ability. Meek more so in terms of stature, and he has the street element that Jay-Z had earlier in his career. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like if he just made a couple zigged instead of zagged here or there, he could have that stature. He did 250,000 on Dreamville more than
one of my homies, he hit me the other day. We was talking like on Twitter, and he was like, "Do Meek have any classics?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Dreams and Nightmare intro is a classic. Mm-hmm. It's one of the top 5 intros ever fucking created. It's gonna be around for the next 20 years, I easily." And he was like, "So do you feel like Beans was right when Beans was like, you ain't made a what your life like? You ain't made a who want what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, well, yeah, in that aspect." Meek doesn't have a crazy catalog of like memorable songs.
Right.
He's got crazy mixtape work. He's got some amazing freestyles, but it's like, yeah, he really doesn't have those songs. And it's like, I don't really think he's concerned with that right now. So
I don't think he is either.
That's my joint. It's like, and that's why I don't knock certain people. It's like, when you see certain people trying and certain people going for certain things and not achieving it, then it's like like how you always talk about Andre 3000, how he won't release a solo album because then it'll get judged up against Aquemini and Stankonia and everything. Like, so it's like he doesn't release a solo. It's just like he's cool with certain people being like, oh, Andre's one of the greatest ever.
Right.
But then there's other people like me. He's like, he doesn't have a fucking solo album.
Right.
How do you say he's one of the greatest rappers ever? So I don't think Meek's worried about it, but Meek's good. Hopefully he drops something. Hopefully he comes on the show. I want to have Meek up here.
No, I definitely want to have Meek up here. We want to have Meek. We want to have PNB Rock.
PNB Rock.
We want to have Core on the show. Core's on tour right now with Tory Lanez and Shy Glizzy and a couple other people running around getting some bags. Shout out to the bag receiving rappers from Philadelphia.
All right, let's switch topics real quick.
Before we switch topics,
we
got a sponsor this week.
Ad time.
Shout out to Sakina Majid. Today's sponsor in this show, today's show is brought to you by our sponsor, Up To You Tutu, Philly's #1 tutuologist and all-girls boutique, specializing in sizes from newborn to 12 years old, selling girls' tutus and tutu sets, leg warmers, over 1,000 different headbands, personalized tees, accessories, and their #1 seller, extra full ruffle socks, which is patent pending. The web address is uptoyoututu.com. That's UP #2 letter UTUTU.com. Also check out their Instagram page at uptoyoututu, spelled the same way, up #2 UTUTU, and their email is uptoyoututu@gmail.com. And I was told, don't mess the pronunciation up, Chad. I'll kill you. So shout out to Sakina. She's a supporter and a listener of the show, and she wanted to run an ad with us. But definitely check that out. All the people out there that got daughters and that might be involved in dance or anything like that, check them out and make sure y'all go shopping and grab some product.
We're gonna put the web page in the bio.
Yes.
Yeah, because all I heard was tutu. I swear to God, I was like zoned out for a little second. Like, yeah, definitely shout out to her though, man. All our faithful listeners, we got a lot of them.
Yes. Yeah. The numbers from this past week fucking blew my mind. Yo, like, hearing some of these numbers. Y'all keep listening to Migos for President. I think we're going to rename all of our episodes Migos for President 1 through 297. And just run that shit until the wheels fall. They love Migos for
President. Like they download or they subscribe to the show. First thing they download, Migos for President. It's crazy. Like every week, it's like we dropped a new episode. That's our highest download for that week, followed by the last week. Then the next episode, Migos for President. Right. Every fucking week, Migos is in the top 3. This shit is crazy. But yeah, we're switching lanes. Lala has been
glowing up.
Yo,
she ran off 3 consecutive joints, man.
She always looked nice.
She always looked nice. She looked really hurt in that first picture with the paparazzi picture that they caught her. But all the pictures that she's been taking since then, straight fire.
She probably is hurt. I mean, I'd imagine she's hurt. You lose a husband, you got to be hurt.
Yeah. Lose $325 million in a husband.
Yeah,
you be her a little hurt.
But it's like, and then don't know if you're coming back for Power. So although I think she might be. I think she posted something the other day about Power.
She did.
Remember, she went missing when I think Tommy had like fake killed her or whatever.
No, Milan fake killed her.
No, remember he sent Tommy though.
I thought. Did he?
Remember Tommy walked in the shop when she was in the back at the
It wasn't
shop.
Milan?
No, it was Tommy.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost positive it was Tommy. I think.
Well, if it was Tommy, then...
I'm almost positive, I think.
Well, if it was Tommy, then she's probably not dead. If it was Milan, she's fucking out of here.
If it was Milan,
she's out of
here. Yeah. But Tommy, he's like, has the heart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lala's
I need you to hide.
Yeah.
Need you to go away for a while, Keisha.
They
till
killed
things
Holly,
blow
though.
over. Got Holly
I
the
was
fuck
so
out of
glad
here.
when they killed Holly.
Holly was so annoying.
You'd have thought Holly was a real person. Like, remember in what's the Jada Pinkett movie? With Keenan Ivory Wayans, Low Down Dirty Shame. Yeah. Remember she wearing up on the bull like Chad from As the World Turns. Bow. So, like, you really would have strangled the shit out of her if you seen her in real life. Like, you was happy when they killed Holly on that joint. But yeah, Lala's been looking real good, real salacious.
Yeah, you know I mean, my takeaway from it was. It's just like a chick to start looking phenomenal once you throw her in the bushes.
I mean, that's life. Like the glow up, the first week or two after a breakup, you're in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? If you're like me and you're emotional, you're 2 or 3 months. But then after that, the glow up is always crazy. That's from everybody's standpoint. You go get a new truck, you go get some new fucking whatever the fuck make you happy, and then you be back.
$500 hooker.
Yeah,
get your groove back.
Real shit. She's running around with French. French is like
allegedly. French is like the #1 sniper in the fucking game. And he don't waste no time.
French need to teach Carmelo how to rebound. This nigga's crazy. Like, yo, French rebound game is retarded.
From here.
From over here.
From here.
Oh, you broke up with him? Well, all right, here I come. You know what I'm saying?
What's this I'm hearing about you breaking up?
You left the ball?
You left the ball? The ball left you?
We should go to Greystone tonight. Like, French don't fuck around.
I got the fucking basement of Philippe Chow rented out, just me and you. Crazy. Down the wine cellar. We're going to talk about some things.
This is like the 19th baller that's broke up with his chick, NBA nigga, and French been right there. The first pick. Fucking Daryl Dawkins rebounds. That shit is crazy. French is a wild, wild dude.
French
man.
pocket, man.
Yeah, you got to rumble French, Carmelo. You're not going to get any rings anytime soon.
Yeah.
Somebody the other day, because they were saying Carmelo's doing everything to get her back.
Yeah, and, I saw that. It was like TMZ and a bunch of people.
And somebody had, like, retweeted it with the quote, "This is only shot at a ring. Let him just go after it with all his heart." Like, yeah, that's some true shit.
In other news, Melo, you're probably done in New York.
Yeah, once the fucking GM is like, you'd be better off somewhere else. Pretty much.
It's probably time for you to go into his office and demand a trade.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Stop cursing the coach out. It's not his fault. Go upstairs and be a fucking man and demand your way out of town. You already got your money, cuz. You got 56 more million coming. You'll be all right. Staying
on sports real quick, the draft.
Yeah.
Was horrible.
Draft in Philly.
Oh, my God. You know, I drive the bus, man. I was downtown. It was...
Yo, they said 250,000 people.
And they all had on jean shorts and replica Eagles jerseys. It was a mess downtown.
250,000 people over the course of 3 days. There are people already lobbying for the draft to come back next year because of the turnout. They said it was fucking phenomenal. I know all my friends with kids and shit took their kids down there and let them run amok during the draft experience. It was definitely like some cool shit, you know, for Philly, but all the drunk white people was like...
Oh, they were all over the place. I saw so many...
Break out the fire hoses.
Muscle shirts.
With no muscles?
Yeah, no muscleless with muscle shirts. Yo, downtown was crazy.
Where are the muscles, Cass?
It was crazy. I saw Eagles visors. Yo, Carson Wentz was at the Rite Aid signing autographs for like 5 hours. I'm like, I went up to the mall, came back. He was still there. I'm like, yo, this ball's fucking crazy. Like, and I mean, the Eagles fans were all over the place. I mean, I had a green headache by the time it was all done.
So Myles Garrett was the number 1 overall pick from Texas A&M defensive end. He went to the Browns. They just, I guess, decided that we're going to go with the best player available. We're not going to play ourselves and draft another shitty quarterback like we do every year.
They was thinking about taking Trubisky, and they last second
they
like,
let that shit go.
Run with Miles, man.
Philly has option to host next year if they broke attendance record. They did. So it'll be back here next year.
That's disgusting.
Get ready next April. I know it brought a lot of fucking money to the city as far as like tourism and shit goes because, you know, the NFL got to cut a check.
Yeah, I know that.
So that part of it, then all of the parties and all of that shit, I'm sure it was a nice lick for the city.
The other day was like, why couldn't they just have this at the complex? Why they have to shut down the Parkway? I'm like, it's the NFL. They got billions. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, you must don't know this is a $87 million? Holy shit. $87 million in revenue in a weekend.
Oh, that's how much they made. Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
And on top of what the NFL paid them.
No.
Oh, all together.
That's a nice lick for the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yo, who's the mayor? Jim Kenney? Yo, Jim Kenney, can we get a sponsorship? City of Philadelphia sponsor Rose Podcast.
Yeah, but she was like,
y'all got it?
She's like, I can't believe they let them shut down the Parkway. I'm like, yeah, well, this isn't like the 29th Street cookout. This is the fucking
NFL
draft.
paid $20 million, so the other 67 is from all of the pop and circumstance and all the other shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lick.
20 mil, yeah.
30 million, no, 30 million a day.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about what the NFL paid to the city. The city like 20 mil, yeah. What's in the 48s down 20th Street? Bring that shit on.
Bring it on, Cass.
Yeah, send their asses right around the Parkway. They don't need to use these streets. That's crazy.
Yeah, but a bunch of trades in the top 10 for quarterbacks. What's the name? The Bears jumped out the building. It's basically like if Trubisky is a fucking bust, then it's like the worst trade ever draft day. If he's good, then it's like, oh, fuck it, all's well, because it's hard to find a really good quarterback. NFL also paid $25 million to put the event on. So $20 million directly to the city, $25 million to have the event, and then another $67 million in the atmosphere that got made from all of the the NFL showing up.
And we over here begging for sponsors.
Begging for sponsorship. Begging for being 25s.
Please.
Please sponsor the show. Did y'all forget about us this week? Please donate on Satchel. Please, Ja.
That's crazy. It was a mess though, man. I hope they don't.
So it'll be back next year.
It most likely will be. It was a headache. Whole city was a mess.
Kind of like when the Pope came.
No, when the Pope came, it was love driving the bus.
Yeah?
Because you couldn't go nowhere. It was like when Bane took over fucking Gotham City. You couldn't go nowhere. Literally, you went like 3 blocks, turned around, and came back.
That's when we still had After Midnight. That shit was open. We did good the Friday night. The Saturday night, fucking ghost town. Nobody was there. Somebody organized like a Philly to D.C. weekend. Like, oh, the Pope's coming to town. Come to D.C.
Crazy.
Get the fuck out of this bullshit.
Staying on bullshit.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the festival?
Oh, man. So
and give them a background, because a lot of people still don't know exactly what it is and
so
what happened.
I don't know if it's the Fry Festival or the Fire Festival.
Fire.
Whatever.
It's 4 letters, starts with F, ends with E.
Got a Y in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Janky promoters on the Fire. Here we go. It is Fire. Okay. All right, so Fire with a Y. F-Y-R-E. So Fire Festival, concert goers paid between $450 to $12,000 to attend this event, which was supposed to include catered food, luxurious beer spreads, what do you call it? Like tents and
it's supposed to be like villas.
Exactly.
Like villa living.
Villas and all of this shit. And instead, what they found was that Ja Rule and Blink 182 were nowhere to be found. And they were given cheese plates like they were in fucking jail.
Dog, motherfucker posted a picture. It was 2 slices of bread, 2 slices of packaged cheese, and a salad. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Got fucking commissary food and shit. And basically the concert.
Oh, real quick. You remember they only had like 8 episodes, but Corey Holcomb was on a show back in the day. I can't even remember what it was called, but like he had a son that he like just met. I think it was Corey Holcomb, but he had a son that he like just met.
I remember that
care
show.
Of, and
that shit got canceled quick.
It got canceled super quick. But I'll never forget one episode. The bull, like he's like, yeah, man, my dad made my lunch today for the first time. He was like, what's wrong with that? It's like he never did this shit before, so my lunch is like terrible. He's like, what's in it? He opened his lunchbox. He's like, I got a bag of Doritos. I got a cheese sandwich with the cheese still individually wrapped and a Ziploc bag full of water. How the fuck you fill up a Ziploc bag with water for your son drink?
That's fucking horrible, yo. Ziploc bag full of water. Fuck is that, a homemade Capri Sun? You gonna fucking stick a fucking stick a straw in that shit?
I will never forget seeing that shit. A Ziploc bag full of water. But that's pretty much what the shit was for these people out there at the festival. So my joint is, why the fuck are you paying $12,000 to see Ja Rule
for a luxury villa? Blink 182 peeped the finesse a couple days prior
Blink 182
and
got
backed the fuck out.
Yeah.
They issued a nice little statement on Twitter and got the fuck out of there and bounced with their front end deposit. But
has Ja spoke on it yet?
I think he did. I didn't take the time to figure out. I mean, I don't want to talk to Ja Rule, unfortunately. But yeah, the concert organizers basically finessed a few $100,000 out of people. It looks like a Ponzi scheme is basically what it looks like. The actual concert organizers were nowhere to be found through the whole shit. And they had staff that was hired to be there, and they had no idea what was going on. They didn't have answers to nobody's questions, and the goddamn U.S. Embassy in the Bahamas had to step in and get people out of this tent city and get them back to Miami.
Yeah.
Because
that was crazy.
They were supposed to be charter flights going back and forth for certain people, because that's what part of what they $12,000 paid for was a fucking charter flight, and there were no planes. Like they had to take like the fucking Bahama Airlines, whatever the fuck planes, and put people on it and send them back to Miami so that they could get home. They told people that they was going to issue full refunds for the mix-up. They had them sign a piece of loose leaf paper and put their email address on the shit. Like, oh yeah, no, just sign underneath Bill Stewart. Keep going down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get you your $12,000 back. Not. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy
Yeah, that was a whole ass mess. But yeah, people have now associated Ja Rule with the festival. Even though he was talent, they're giving him the credit for the finesse, saying like, you're behind this, Ja Rule. Explain yourself.
That's crazy.
What was the shit that 50 Cent put up?
50 posted a picture of Donald Trump looking at the computer, and he was like, basically like Donald Trump was saying, like sending an email to like his advisor or whatever, like we should make Ja Rule Secretary of Festivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up, man, because Ja ain't really had nothing to do with this shit, man.
Just talent. The man is just talent, man.
Real shit. That's crazy. Rap Radar is fucking calling it quits.
Yeah, Rap Radar did 100 episodes. Rap Radar podcast with CBS Play It, which is the same people that host Drink Champs. And I think it just got to a point where B-Dot is now working for Epic Records, and Elliot's doing whatever the fuck Elliot does these days. And I guess they don't have time to do the podcast anymore. But I really think the real reason is Drink Champs is kicking their fucking ass, and they're tired of getting their ass kicked every week.
What's crazy is, though, like a couple weeks ago, Rap Radar was like number one on the music joint.
Oh, yeah?
Like maybe 5-6 weeks ago, it was number one, but like for a brief 4 or 5 days, and then Drink Champs got it back.
Yeah.
So because I was telling my girl, I'm like, Drink Champs is always number one, and I went on and looked, and sure enough, Rap Radar, I'm like, oh shit, like yeah. So I don't know what happened. I stopped. The last Rap Radar I listened to was The Locks. So I haven't listened to it since that. God knows what that was.
It was a good show until you start to kind of get introduced to other shows, and then you see what a podcast can be, and then you like, I don't like this that much. Like the style of interview was kind of like, it was almost like more about them than like the guests.
I was gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? At times it's like, it's fucked up, but like it's kind of like this shit that we're doing. Yeah. Like, we're so not normal podcasters that it's kind of dope because it's some new shit. It's some different shit. It's us just arguing and telling our opinions and shit.
And the show is not about us.
And it's just about joking, telling dumbass stories.
It's about the topics, and it's about the people, and
we bid off of the entertainment. Yeah. And it's like what Nori did. Nori basically was like, yo, I know pretty much every rapper out here and got at least 2 or 3 crazy-ass stories with them. Let's bring you up here, get you drunk. We're going to tell them stories. Then we're going to have you telling other stories. You know, like, the shit they did with 50 was the best 50 interview I've ever seen. Yeah. Because they literally had 50 in his bag. Like, once they got him to open up about the Vivica shit, 50 started going off on Puff, everybody else. The shit was hilarious. So it's like, I kind of knew Rap Radar as at least fucking with Drink Champs was just like, nah, that's not going to happen. Right. For too long. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I don't know. Where do you want to go with this next?
We got a quasi sports topic and a sports topic.
Lavar Ball is such a dickhead, man. Like, because I can see that's what was next on the joint, man.
You know, my uncle Lavar,
Lavar, I can beat Jordan in a 1-on-1 ball.
Did you see the meme that Kenny Smith put up with the 2.2 PPG with him? Yeah. So the whole issue is this. LeVar Ball, as he's told us in the media for the last 4 months, waltzed into Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour with the same message. We want a licensing partnership deal co-branded with you, and here's the prototype for my son's shoe that I've developed, and that's the only way we'll do this. We're not doing a straight endorsement deal. And Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour all told him, eat up dick, bull. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In no uncertain terms. And threw him and his son out on their fucking ass. Yeah. And it's basically coming to a point where it's like, bro, your dad is costing you money now. And it's like, I understand, respect the father and all that shit, but at a certain point, once you fuck up 15 to 30 guaranteed M's for me, throw your shit up, Pops. You know what I'm saying? You want some nut shit, cuz.
It's like you gotta get a restraining order on your dad.
Yeah, like I'm moving out. From me, I'm hiring an agent. Yeah. He gonna get me a condo and a fucking Maybach. I'm moving the fuck out, and if you come anywhere near my property, you will be shot.
A condo and a Maybach.
Back the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, like that's how.
One of the, I think it wasn't a GM. It was a college.
No, it was a rep from Nike. Said he was the worst thing that happened to basketball in 100 years. Yeah,
that's crazy.
You know how far back 100 years is?
Like, nigga, you don't even play ball.
Do you know that the Palace at Auburn Hills brawl happened in the last 100 years?
Fucking Kermit Washington
broke Tom
Donovan's whole face open. Said he had brain blood leaking down into his mouth. He could taste it.
Do you know that fucking Larry Bird and Dr. J choked one another? You are considered the worst thing to happen. Kobe allegedly raped a bitch in Colorado, butt raped her.
Crazy.
You're the worst thing to happen to basketball in 100 years.
Ron Artest and Steven Jackson really ran up there and started smacking fans.
Everybody.
Whoever.
Was that some Pepsi you just threw, my man?
Where you drink?
Where you drink at,
Where you got no drink in your hand? Bow. It was wildin'.
Security niggas, everybody.
Everybody can get it, though.
Yellow shirts, niggas with Piston jerseys on.
Yo,
niggas with Robert Graham button downs.
Larry Brown and Austin Crozier had the most disgusted look on their face. It's like, why didn't we choose better with our white lives?
Look at these niggas.
Let's see around these animals. That's fucked up. You're the worst thing to happen to basketball.
Think about Austin Crozier. Austin Crozier's somewhere chilling with $120 million, and Vin Baker is piss poor, working at Starbucks.
Well, Vin Baker fucked his money up.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the difference between white athletes and black athletes.
I mean,
black athletes by everybody Maybach. Motherfucking white athlete go get a pickup truck, a nice modest $600,000 house.
They buy their dad a brand new Z71 4x4.
Live comfortably.
They be happy as shit. This shit is wild, man.
The motherfucking Seiko.
Black athletes are a motherfucker, man. The fact that they've had to put like symposiums into the NFL, like when they get drafted now, like somebody has to come talk to you.
Yeah,
niggas.
like, hey niggas,
like we can't let you
don't
niggas
fuck
loose
this up
with all this money. Somebody got. You ever watch Tony Dungy when he addressed the rookies? Like, it's crazy that has to happen.
Yes.
That's fucking insane.
Basically, it's one of my principles of life. Everybody needs a no man.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically like them, like instilling into them, like, yo, get somebody around you to save you from you if you know you can't do it. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to be young, rich, and having pussy looking for you. You know how easy it is to get caught up? Fucking robbed, put on Snapchat, put on Instagram. Fucking Ezekiel Elliott got caught up, put on Snapchat like 3 times before the fucking draft.
He's still pulling out titties every chance he gets.
No fucks given.
Yeah, crazy.
Bitch, I rushed for 1,842 yards here. Put them titties out.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why your titties ain't out?
Why your titties not out? You know who I am?
Fuck. Man, I was in the MVP running as a rookie.
Bitch, I was most outstanding offensive player this year, ho.
Shit crazy, man.
Throw some motherfucking water on you, bitch.
That's fucked up, man. Lavar Ball is... we've given him so many bars on this show.
It's one thing, but my whole thing is this. It's one thing when it's just like hyperbole and you just talking shit. It's another thing when you start fucking with the bottom line.
Yeah.
Because no matter how comfortable y'all are and y'all have a good life and y'all live in Chino Hills and all that shit, I don't got you for having 30 M's sitting around like, oh, no, don't worry, I'll replace it.
Yeah.
Because you selling bullshit shirts on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
For $60.
For $60. You're selling a brand that has brand in the name.
Yeah.
Big baller. There's no Nike brand. There's no Adidas brand. There's no Reebok brand.
Triple B's, baby.
Triple B's, baby. To get these 3 B's is going to cost you 1.
Yeah.
His direct quote, did you hear his quote?
Lavar?
Yeah,
no.
Lavar had a quote. He said, the big 3 shoe companies are not ready for this type of business model because they have not come across it yet. Everybody else is just taking straight endorsement deals. But keep in mind, the taxi industry was not ready for Uber either. So he's Uber.
Oh, shit. LaVar Ball might be, like, slow. Like, he might be, like, clinically slow.
Like, he might have smoked, like, too much wet back in the day. Like, them old heads that was getting high as, like, young boys, like, smoking Wiggles and shit like that. He might have smoked too much wet back in the day.
Oh, shit. Smoke. You ever smoke wet?
Fuck no.
I never did either. I remember like one of my homies, like we was in a car, we was like we was taking classes down Temple and shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, we in the truck and he was like, yo, why don't you grab a box of Dutchess? I'm like, all right. And we pulling at gas and she's like, you fucking wet, right? I'm like, nah, just keep going. Drop me off in my car. What the fuck?
I don't even want to be around this shit.
Yo.
Like, please drop me off. I sold wet for like 2 weeks. And then that was like the end of that shit. This fucking dude that worked in the gallery. When I worked in the gallery, I was a teenager. I'm like 18, 19 years old. I'm working in the gallery and I'm selling the dude weed, this Rican dude, and then progressively, because all Rican niggas smoke wet, that's a fact. So progressively, he starts cutting into me like, yeah, can you get wet? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm bringing, he's like, yeah, this is some good shit, man. And he's asking me for coke and crack. I'm like, you know what? You're graduating this way too fast. Like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Was a wet dealer for 2 weeks, man.
It's crazy. It's wild. It's a nigga from my old neighborhood, man. He we was out front of my crib. He walked up. It burned weed.
Yeah.
So he walked. You could smell it coming down the block. Like the fuck. And he walked up. Was like he had a Dutch. He went to hand it to my youngin. My youngin reached. Was like, what is this? He's like, it's the Wiggles. And I'm like, he was like, oh no, I'm cool, cuz. And he walked off. And I'm just like, damn, this nigga smoking wet now. Like fast forward like 3 years later, me and Ross at the gas station. This nigga's walking past like Island Ave. He had a cape on, and I see the. I'm like, I swear to God, if I'm lying,
super nigga.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. He had a cape on, and I'm like, oh God. And Ross was like, yo, we gotta get him in the car, and I'm like, nah. He was like, nah, real shit. Give him a ride wherever he going. I know he got 50 stories for us. So we pull up on him. We talking to him. Whatever. Long story short, he like, yeah, man, life been kind of crazy for me. I got these cases, man. I got to go to court for this John, for that John. So I'm like, damn, what happened? He was like, man, I got 2 sexual assault cases. I got a simple assault John. I'm like, how the fuck you get all this? He was like, man, somebody slipped me a mick, and I was wilding. I'm like, I looked at Ross was like, yeah, after you slipped him $10, somebody slipped you a mick. And I'm like, all right, cuz, like, yo, we ready to get the fuck out of here. And it's just like, damn, like, that wet shit take you, yo. Like, when it get a hold of you, you over there. You know what
I met
saying?
a chick yesterday at fucking rehab on stage with Kevin Hart that gives herself GHB.
What?
The date rape drug. She's like, yeah, if you just take a little cap of GHB and then you take a drink with it and then you just level off and then you just smooth all day. You know she was white. Yeah. She's just smooth all day, man. But if you take too much,
you might get raped.
Your legs end up open. But if you take just a little bit and a drink afterwards, you just coast all day. I'm just sitting here like,
I like being high, but I don't like being high to where I'm like, I'm saying I could beat Jordan. Like I'm on ESPN telling motherfuckers, yeah, I can beat Jordan in a one-on-one.
How you know Jordan can beat me?
Real shit. That's how I know Lavar Ball smoking wet. You know what I'm saying? It's like
definitely fuck with the Wiggles, man.
But what do you say?
60 minutes.
That drug shit is disgusting, man. It's crazy to where it go. We pray Lavar get off the drugs.
Pray for Lavar
because he's fucking up Lonzo's career. He's gonna fuck up LaMelo's career.
But here's the thing. Lonzo Ball has a face that you just want to punch. So it's like at some point in this season, between his face looking the way it looks and his dad being a jack off, somebody's going to punch him in the face before the season is over. Yeah, the over under is like game 50.
The crazy part is, I think he's going to wind up a Laker. That's the wild part. Like,
is Paul George going to be a Laker?
Do you want Paul George?
I do. It's like, what else we got?
I mean,
we got Luau Deng right now getting paid Paul George money.
This is the thing with the NBA, man. It's the Cavs, it's the Warriors. Cut the deck with the rest of these niggas. Like, I don't give a fuck about the Spurs. I don't give a fuck about Houston. I don't give a fuck about Toronto. Boston. They all bullshit. All the shit bullshit. It's the Cavs and it's the Warriors. So outside of that, you kind of just want some excitement from your team. Some shit that you can watch and hopefully be into. Because a lot of this basketball I really can't even get into. It's just that terrible. Look at the Chris Paul shit. Like, they were supposed to be like the most exciting thing ever. DeAndre, Blake, fucking what's the handle? Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul. Like, Jesus Christ, these niggas can't get out the first fucking round.
Group of underachievers.
It's just what it is.
Fucking ESPN statistics department announced yesterday. They said that they are the Clippers
lead in 5 fucking series.
5 playoffs in a row where they were up. Only team in NBA history to blow a fucking series lead and lose a series.
5 years straight.
Classic underachievers.
Just ridiculous.
And the whole thing is this. Blake goes down. Somebody's supposed to step up. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre's supposed to get 10 more points. Chris Paul get 7 more points. This Jamal Crawford gets 6 more points. You find a way to make it work because once he's down, y'all don't just have dog shit on the team. Yeah. You still got other players. They're supposed to be next man up.
I said
and it never is with them. They always collapse.
My homie, a Chris Paul fan, he got real mad at me because I'm like, yo, I have eyes. They work.
Yeah.
I can see the way the game operates. There are some people who, if they have to lead a team to a championship, It's just not going to happen. Yeah. Chris Paul's one of them. Kevin Durant was on that list. When I made it like 3 years ago, I put Kevin Durant on that list.
He was the starting
He's
small
not
forward.
about to lead OKC to a chip. And you see now, he done went to the 73.
He like, yeah, Matt, you're right. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I'm not trying. Carmelo, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Chris Paul, and there was somebody else I put on the list. Oh, Damian Lillard. It's like they're never going to get chips. Yeah. Being who the fuck they are, playing with the teams they got. They're literally going to have to get on other teams. Like I said the other day, if Chris Paul want to sniff the second round, he got to go to the Spurs. Yeah. Tony Parker about to be done. Go to the Spurs, dog. Yeah. They're getting done with this Clipper shit. Steve Ballmer is sick. He should have bought Microsoft or some other shit. He's sick.
He should have bought some Apple stock.
Real shit. They're getting done with this shit. Chris Paul got to go to the Spurs or can't go to Boston, can't go to Toronto. Can't go to Washington. Yeah, it's the Spurs. It's literally that's the only option.
I was watching Colin Cowherd's show, and that was one of the points they were arguing. It was like he should just go to the Spurs.
It's the only option for him.
The only problem is this: if the Clippers offer him the super max, which they probably will, it's $70 million in guaranteed money. You can't turn down that fucking money.
I mean, well then you can't win either.
It's a trade off.
And this again. When I put Melo on that list for like never winning a chip, I put an asterisk next to it because he the only one on that list I really respect. Yeah. Because Melo straight said, I don't give a fuck about winning. Yeah. I got too much business shit going on. I can't leave New York. I need a Bean 25 guaranteed. Yeah. Cool. Fuck Houston. Fuck Chicago. I'm staying here. Yeah. I respect it.
I got a wife that spend $10,000 a week on makeup. I don't got time for this shit.
Real shit. I respect it. I dig it. But the rest of these niggas, Kevin Durant wants to win one bad as shit. Yeah. Bad as shit. For you to be a 4-time scoring champion on a team that was up 3-1 against them fucking Warrior niggas, for you to leave that and go to the 73-9 Warriors, you want a chip bad as shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're chip chasing now. Cool. You have to take that asterisk with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You just do. Yeah. It's just no way around this shit. But it's like Chris Paul, I never seen him like wilding out about the fact that he can't get past the first round.
Never.
So that's why.
But I see him wild out about fucking calls in game and just act like a total bitch. But I've never seen him wild out about the fact that they keep getting bounced in the first and second round. So it's like fake passion almost. And when I watch Chris Paul play again, my eyes don't lie. Like 5 years ago, I was like, Russell Westbrook's better than Chris Paul.
Way better than Chris Paul.
I was like, close. I looked at the numbers and I was like, Chris Paul's averaging 11.3 assists, but it's something about him that tells me, like, he kind of bullshit.
Like, motherfuckers legit would tell you when Chris Paul was better than Rondo, when Rondo was averaging 13, 14 assists. Yeah. And it's just like, as wild as it is, for me, point guard is different than what it used to be now. Yeah. Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, John Wall, Boston, Isaiah Thomas. You got Steph Curry, score first point guards. Yeah. Chris Paul has the rock in his hand the amount of time that those 5 guys I just named, but he can't shoot like them. Right. He can't score. Chris Paul's not going to go off and give you 50 back-to-back. He's just not. The rest of them are. So Chris Paul having the ball for that much time.
Yeah, he's not putting anybody off balance and then having the ball.
Exactly.
Because it's like, we know what you're going to do. You're going to fucking bounce past to J.J. Redick, or you're going to try to throw a lob to Blake or DeAndre. You're losing by 20. It's like, who gives a fuck?
It's like you look at, as a comparison to the score first point guard, sort of like a Tony Parker, who Tony Parker can control the fucking game.
Because he has because anywhere inside the paint, he's lethal.
Exactly.
So he has you off balance because one dribble in a hop and he's in the fucking paint. Now you're getting scored on 60% of the time. Chris Paul doesn't even have a set move to where it's like offensively he has the defense off balance at any point in the game because we know you're looking to pass.
Like this, and this is the thing where I'm at with this, like the whole new generation, like just the whole culture, basketball, sports, everything. Motherfuckers now just be good, and we throw them up there as like great. Like when an album come out and it's good, motherfuckers like, oh, this is classic. Nah, Chris Paul's...
Some shit is just good.
Chris Paul's just good. Yeah. And like motherfuckers get mad. What? He the best point guard in the league? No. The best point guard in the league for the last couple years was fucking Steph Curry, because this nigga did some groundbreaking shit. Yeah. And you know how much I hate Steph Curry. Yeah. This nigga hit 400 threes.
Yeah, he played the game in a way we've never seen before, at an efficiency rate we've never seen before.
Even with Russell Westbrook with the terrible efficiency rating.
Yeah.
He's
doing shit we've never seen before.
Think about if Westbrook literally had DeAndre Jordan. Just give him DeAndre down low. Instead of Steve fucking Adams, it'd be a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rod just texted me some shit about, see what I'm telling you about OKC team not being that terrible? Bruh, they terrible. Remember we argued about this. It's still going on. They're terrible.
They're horrible.
They're horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Victor Oladipo ain't shit. I was in Vango last week, and this Nigerian guy was like, "What'd you say about Victor Oladipo?" I was like, "He's terrible." He said, "Yeah, you're right. He's terrible." it's like Victor Oladipo's Nigerian. I got to take up for my Nigerians. He's like, "Yeah, no, you're right. He's terrible."
Oh, he's awful. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
He can't hit a shot.
No. You want to get into some of these questions?
Yeah, man. I heard we loaded with questions.
Loaded with questions this week.
Fuck it. We'll take an hour worth of questions.
Here we go, because I screenshot a lot of them. All right. I like this one. Here we go. For starters, you brothers are definitely doing your thing, making the city proud. I'm definitely an avid listener. But on to my question, it saddens me to see the lack of unity between the sexes of black Americans. The women, not all, in parentheses, are taught to see their male counterparts as predators instead of protectors, and men. And men, not all, are conditioned to see us as an opponent rather than an ally. We all know this cycle of division. How do you think we can break it down?
Well, the problem is you have 450, 500 years of conditioning that has already been indoctrinated in all of us. It's called programming. For those of you who are familiar with like the Jim Crow letters and all of that shit, like that shit is real. Like it's like you separate the light-skinned blacks from the dark-skinned blacks, they hate each other. You separate the men from the women, they'll breed contempt. You put this woman around this man, and then this happens, and then these other women will become jealous of her as a result of it. So it's like it's programming, so it's in us. So the way to fix it is we got a lot of fucking work to do. Like, and I don't even know where to start, but we have to start somewhere. The problem is we've never started on the repair part of it.
Honestly, I don't think it could ever revert. I think it's just going to continuously get worse.
I mean, you look at
somebody asked me recently, how does slavery? How does racism completely end? And I'm like, a bomb. A bomb would have to go off, and everyone would have to go extinct.
Because
and
it's
then
talk.
New people come back.
Yeah, it's talk.
It's just no way on earth it could just end. It's
like you have.
It's instilled. It's in the infrastructure of this country.
Yeah,
it's just not going to change.
Yeah,
it's just no way around it. And every year, think about when we were kids and we were bad, and they were like, "Oh my God, these kids are crazy." Then in 2000, those kids, and then in 2005, and then 2010, and 2015, and now to the point where the kids are so bad and so dumb that you just I wash my hands with it. Yeah. That's how most people come off.
We talked about it on this show the last couple of weeks. I'm like, yo, once the young women of our nation start mirroring the behavior of the young boys who already we deemed them dead in the water 3-4 years ago, once they start mirroring that type of aggressive, overt, fucking disrespectful behavior, it's like, what do we do here?
Dog, I keep it a beat with you. I go to I don't do it anymore. My life is valuable. But at one point, I was doing a school tripper for Dobbins.
Okay.
22nd and Lehigh, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All the little girls got ankle bracelets on. I'm like, what the fuck? At first, I thought they was fake. I'm like, why these little bitches got fucking ankle bracelets?
All
then
cased
it's
up.
They all cased up. They all on house arrest. It's just, I'm talking about 20, 30 different young, and this is the crazy part. You a young girl, you 15, 16, you on house arrest. You're not even embarrassed. You got on a skirt.
Right. You're not even trying to hide.
You're not even trying to hide that joint.
You don't got no boots on or nothing.
Nothing. No Uggs. No nothing. I'm talking about slides toe thong sandals with their feet done with an ankle bracelet on. God damn, man.
That's out of pocket.
Crazy. But it's real. That shit is real. So it's
that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. I always say I feel sorry for the young girls got to pick husbands out of these young men. And these young men got to pick wives out of these young girls. I don't see it happening. So this is why you have now where Think about it. Who you know that's really getting married and really like in real life relationships and shit?
Yeah, straight
That's
up.
why when you see somebody get married, you're like, damn, that's dope because it just don't happen. You know what I'm saying?
I had a tweet today, and I don't want to misquote myself, so I'm gonna pull up the exact tweet. But I got a lot of like kudos for this tweet. But basically, what I said was, "Come on, fucking Twitter."
About men not fucking anything.
At some point, as men, we have to grow the fuck up and realize fucking
looking for a hole.
Shamika from the fucking projects is not a good idea.
Stop looking for a hole.
Go home and beat off. You have too much to fucking lose. And the lasting effects of what your horny decision will be a minimum of an 18-year marriage to this woman via a child.
It took me a while to really understand that because, you know, you young and dumb, you do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now I look at some of these chicks, man, and I'll be like, again, to quote the great prophet Offsetius,
yeah,
damn shorty bad, but she
broke
and she don't own shit. Like, I know chicks who literally don't have anything that, you know, be all about just a Chanel bag or all about just some red bottoms. And it's just that, again, that's the shit that's in, like, that's why you had the shit last week where the mom is, oh, this bitch wearing my red bottoms. It's like, because that's all the fuck y'all know. It's all y'all know and all
y'all value.
That's it.
Yeah, my exact tweet was, at some point, was 2 tweets. Fellas, in order to elevate, you got to stop doing certain shit, and most importantly, stop fucking certain women. At some point, you got to start dealing with women who have shit to lose and not just reckless renegade hoes. These are the women who fucking break your windows, set your car on fire, destroy your apartment, come to your job, get you fired. Bitches like that. Mm-hmm. And usually there are signs that she's that type of person. And you know what we as men do? Proceed anyway. Oh, she looked good. Oh, she sucked my dick. Da, da, da. And we proceed anyway, knowing like we got all this positive shit going on in our life, and we'll just fucking induct chaos directly into our own fucking lives and just be our own worst enemies.
Women at one point that I was like infatuated with, that I wouldn't even want to be around now. Like I don't even want to be in the same room. Like you, because it's just nothing there. You not damn shorty bad,
but she broke and she don't own shit.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand why Migos?
Yo, I was watching, to that point, I was watching Ayanna Fix My Life with Keisha Cole's sister, Neffy, and her husband Solo on there. When she met Solo, this is how destructive black people are in fucking relationships. When she met Solo, it was at a party at a friend's house. She was there with her boyfriend, pregnant by another motherfucker, and got his number. And then she asked him, I'm on some hard times. Ask the guy Solo, I'm down on my luck. I'm on some hard times. Can me and my kids, including the one I'm pregnant in my stomach with by another nigga, come move in your house? And you know what he said? Yeah, sure, why not? Mm-hmm. Why would you just welcome chaos to your front door like that?
She bad. I mean, I've never.
But
seen
she
her.
Not bad. That's
I've
the
never
thing.
seen her. I don't know.
Shorty not bad, and she's broke, and still don't own shit. But some men are just gluttons for punishment.
Yeah.
We do it to ourselves. The hardest thing in life to do is to get
get out of your own way.
Get out of your own fucking way.
Real
my man Lip told me that shit about a month ago, and I'm like, yo, that's the realest shit ever. Because a lot of us are just do as I say, not as I do type of people. Mm-hmm. The hardest advice to take is your own advice.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you know you shouldn't fuck that bitch. You know that she calling you shouldn't go over there. You do it anyway.
Like you like, it's funny because I was saying this shit at work the other day. It was like, when motherfuckers let people borrow money and be like, yo, I need this money back Friday because I got XYZ to do. It's like,
you probably shouldn't give it to them.
You should have to explain that to someone. Like, if you let somebody borrow money, you have to explain to them, yo, I really need this shit back. You know damn well you shouldn't let them hold this shit. It's like, you know right from wrong. I said, Tax Stone, one of Tax's greatest tweets ever was, women will have 2 and 3 master's degrees and be getting spun by a nigga with a 7th grade education. It's the God's honest truth. Yeah. It's like, you know he ain't shit. I know chicks who got a baby by a nigga who don't do anything for the baby and then have another baby with him. You know this nigga isn't worth a goddamn. Yeah. If
but then it's like, once you do some second level analysis, it's like your self-worth is so low,
it's so retarded
that you'll accept a nigga in your life that already done ran you ragged one time, and you will do it with a second kid. So now it's like you see the chick where she got the one kid strapped to her chest, another kid in a fucking stroller, and another kid walking next to her. And it's like, where the fuck is the dad at, number one? And then number two, where the fuck is your car at? Like,
crazy.
Y'all fucking niggas with no cars, no place to live. He just providing dick and lies. That's all you get.
True story. Bull got on the bus the other day. Yo, I'm fucked up. Can I get a ride, big man? All right, whatever. I don't give a fuck. He go back. He talking to the chick. She like, yeah, so you gonna hit me up tonight? He like, yeah, I'm gonna holler at you. He come up. He like, yeah, babe, I love you. See me? I'm saying, I'm like, you still don't have the two.
Right. Like, you still don't have bus fare.
It's just crazy that like,
you got bigger fish to fry, my man.
And she had on scrubs, which means she was coming from some medical job or a daycare. Who fucking knows? But it's like
she's coming from somewhere she's making at least $9, $10 an hour.
And
he didn't have two to get on the bus.
You sitting 2 seats, 3 seats behind me. You watch this nigga beg to get on the bus and then give him your number. I'm like, yeah, you gonna hit me up? And it's just like
self-worth is on negative.
On
fuck
negative
zero, it's
everything.
on negative everything, man.
Trust me, it's and I always say it like a lot. It's like that's the shit that made me like come full circle with what I like. Cause no, I really got one of the dopest fucking females on earth because she really like helps me be better. That shit is rare now. When you got somebody who really is there, like ride or die. I'm not talking about hide your gun when the cops is coming. Right. That's not. That's. It's fucked up. That's like taking.
You're talking about yo. I need $5,000. I'm trying to make this investment.
I'm talking about make your credit better.
Yeah.
Like you understand what I'm saying?
You need to do this, and this, and then in 3 months you're gonna be at a 7.
Like I told motherfucker, I had no type of money. So I'm terrible with it. I get money, I spend it, I get more money. That's kind of the way I've fucking lived my whole life. My girl really like gave me an infrastructure on saving and shit like that to where like, yeah, I'm doing it now. It's like, it's amazing, but it's like, yeah, when you got somebody to make you the fuck better and you understand that, you like, yeah, fuck this bitch over here that's asking you for this dumb shit because that shit don't fucking matter. Love said it the other day when I love Greatest Sweets. If a chick is pressing you for red bottoms or a Chanel, she's broke than a motherfucker because real live bitches don't want, they ain't gotta beg you for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And if she pressing you for red bottoms or Chanel and she already don't have one, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she wants external forces to support habits that she can't afford.
Real shit.
And once you cross her over, you're going to create a monster, and now she's going to be a bill. A bigger bill than she probably already fucking was. And again, as men, we ignore all the fucking signs. We just do it to ourselves, man.
Yeah, great question, Jocelyn.
Started a hell of a conversation.
All right, here we go. Why are most small business owners content with just making a few bucks a week to avoid having to pay taxes or opposed to getting the proper licensing, thinking outside the box and wanting to expand and grow their business to be the best they can be?
Well, a lot of them don't know how. So it's not necessarily a want thing as much as they don't know how, they too embarrassed to ask. And, they would just rather just be content with whatever it is. Like, I bumped into this girl a couple years ago. I would call myself, we was talking or whatever like that. It didn't really go nowhere. But she was doing, like, the hair shit. And I'm sitting here like, all right, that's a basic necessity. Every single woman need to get their hair done. Some need hair more than others. She is stylist and she was selling hair. So I'm like, what's up with the hair shit? Like, what are you doing with it? She's like, oh, well, when I really need money, I sell hair and that's that. I said, well, what if you sold hair all the time
24/7.
And you wouldn't need the money? You would just have money when you need it already. I never looked at it like that. So it's like when you have a conversation with a motherfucker like that, I'm like, oh, this is a meathead. I can't deal with this. I'm done with this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of these people that be having businesses, some of it be luck. Some motherfuckers be falling into shit. Some motherfuckers just be too lazy to get a job, so I'm going to start a business. But a lot of these motherfuckers not really even qualified to run a hot dog cart or a lemonade stand.
It was crazy. My girl said the other day with our whole tobacco we had with the moving shit. My girl was like, small businesses be so ridiculous because it's like you don't really care about what you're doing. But it's like you have money or you have the resources to be able to provide a service, or you like, yo, I can do this better than most people.
Right.
Let me start a business with this. But the thing is like once you do that, then you have to learn and study. It's like when you see a doctor who has their bachelor's degree, then they have their master's degree, then they get their doctorate. they still go to school. Yeah. It's like a teacher who has their master's. My mother had a master's plus 30, then got her master's plus 60 because you're still learning.
Yeah.
People at my job, all the dispatchers are learning the new. They were in there doing it the other day. You have to continuously
learn. Like, perfect example I give you. As far as small business and motherfuckers not taking the proper steps and learning. My house that's in the process of getting finished right now should be done this week or next week, something like that. Our GC that was on our job, he's a licensed
GC is a general
contractor. Because his overall company is licensed in plumbing because they have a master plumber, which is his brother. Mm-hmm. That then makes him licensed in plumbing. But he knows certain things about plumbing, but he's not a master plumber. So he's not constantly going to the courses and the seminars and all that shit, learning all the new plumbing shit. So you know what mistake we had to fucking learn because we didn't have a master plumber on the job? We had this person who's a quasi-master plumber. He put in fucking PEX lines, which go from the like heating units and the furnace and all of that, and heat the water, that were a max output of 180 degrees. But if you run that to a heater, it's supposed to be 230 degrees. So what would have happened is we would have made a several $1,000 mistake had we not caught it when we did. Because when you go to cut the fucking heat on, it's going to shred the whole fucking lines. So now you got to rerun everything. So the whole issue of not having a master plumber on the job from the rip causes us to backtrack and go all the way back into the fucking beginning of the job. So instead of this person saying, hey, I know XYZ, this, and I can install the heaters and all that, but as far as running the lines and shit, you probably need to get somebody else in here. He wanted to make the fucking money, so he just did it anyway. And we end up getting fucked in the long run because now it's a whole retrace and it adds 5 days to this fucking rehab.
You know what's crazy about the small business talk is the fact that several people who have like businesses have hit me. It's funny because I think motherfuckers are like scared to deal with you or some shit like that. Because you're like the resident Dame Dash asshole. My son has cookies.
But I'm not though.
Like, but this is the thing. It's like people think it's like, oh, Matt's a nice guy, so I'm gonna hit Matt about come. Motherfuckers will hit me like, you know, because and this is the crazy part. Y'all hit me with the dumb shit. I send it to Chad and we laugh and talk about. Motherfuckers will hit me like, yeah, I want to come on the show and do this, that, and the third, and I'll be like,
why?
Wait a minute, huh? Yeah, I want to, get this out there, this and the third. I'll be like, all right, well, cool. Why don't you buy an ad on the show? Oh, man. And it's just like, you don't have an ad budget, do you?
Yeah.
Because when you have a business, this is a perfect example. We advertise on Facebook now. It's in our budget.
Yes.
We advertise the realest podcast ever. So, yeah, when you look up and you see one of our episodes has 16,000 downloads on top of another 8,000 streams, it's like, yeah, we got 24,000 listeners a week because we're advertising and we're getting it out there. Big, like trying to get more. Like, that's what you do when you're trying to build a brand. Yeah. Motherfuckers will have a brand and then just be like, yeah, I'm not putting no money into this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about advertising is, the way advertising works now with the internet, because it's such targeted marketing and you have Facebook and Instagram ads and podcast advertising and shit like that, it's such a nominal fee for what you get, because a podcast is better than radio because it never goes away. Once something gets ran on radio, if you're not there present in the moment to catch it, you don't catch it. Unless somebody records it and sends it to you, or somebody happens to be sitting there at the radio at the exact time and records it and puts it on YouTube, that moment is over. Yeah. A podcast is forever. So wherever you center your podcast at, and we're every fucking where, that's how we get to 62 countries, that content never goes away. So every person that goes back and listens to the episode again, you get residual.
This is why today a girl hit us and was like, yo, where's the new episode? And we're like, oh, we're releasing it Tuesday at midnight. She's like, okay, well, I'm going to listen to old episodes. Cool.
So now, if you have an ad on one of those old episodes, you get X amount of new ears that hear your ad.
I said it earlier. Our Amigos for President episode literally gets downloaded 500 times every fucking week.
Yes.
It's our most downloaded episode, and it keeps getting downloaded.
Over 30,000 between downloads and on-demand streams. Over 30,000 times episodes been played. Imagine if you got in with us then on that initial episode and you advertised for $100 or something like that. the amount of fucking residual monies you could have made off of that one ad.
Look at how Carl is now with the CWBA, like, and that's just a free one right there.
Yeah,
because he literally every week, like,
every week,
I support y'all, and I love the way it's going. Cool, it's just what it is.
He does something every single week to further our brand, whether we ask him to or not. Whether it's buy an ad, whether it's put our fucking name on the shorts, whether it's shout us out on Instagram.
Man telling us he going to other cities telling people about it. It's just like,
I ran into him at the Wawa up by here where we recorded at last week, and he's like, he's like, y'all show partly is so big in like the Maryland, Virginia area because my army base is down there, and I literally go around putting your podcast on everybody's phone on the barracks. You can't pay for shit like that.
Exactly.
That's an advocate of the fucking show.
Real talk.
So it's like, if y'all not willing to invest in your business, nobody's not going to give you nothing. That's not the way fucking America is set up. Unless you motherfucking Donald Trump and your stepfather give you $10 million, whatever the fuck it is, nobody's not going to give you nothing. If you come from where we come from, nobody's not giving you shit.
And I had to tell my homie the other day, he, again, with the foolishness, he was like, yo, Dave East coming to Philly, get him on the podcast. Relax, slow down. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, this is grassroots. Like, people don't understand we're self-funding this.
Yes.
No one, was like, yo, y'all should just come into this nice-ass studio and
record for free. It's on us.
We pay for all of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, you have to, like not be afraid to put that. I mean, it's crazy because there are people who've hit me up who have real live businesses that are booming, and it'd be like, yeah, buy an ad. I mean, what? Like, that don't make no sense. And it's like, I'm not lying to you. The numbers is there. We got engineers. They'll email it to
anytime I ever anybody contact me about sponsorship or anything regarding the show, I immediately send them Justin's contact and say, hey, we can verify all of our data. Mm-hmm. It just is what it is. All the fucking numbers are there. And a lot of times I'll lowball the numbers so that when they contact him, they're like, oh my God, this is fucking stupendous. Yeah. I don't know, man. Y'all got to be more willing to invest in y'all business.
Going into another question real quick. She said, yo, I love the show. But she was like, it's funny because, Matt, you seem like you don't like black people. Real quick, I love black people. I love them. I hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that out in the open. But then she says, why are you guys so hard on black business?
You got the soapbox.
Cool. Black business. This is the thing, the biggest thing with me. Like, we were just starting to go into it, but this is my thing with black business. We are all black. You understand what I'm saying? I'm black, you're black. I'm pretty sure whoever wrote that is black. You know what I'm saying? How many different nationality of friends do you have? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we have a bunch of black. Like, everything you know is black. Black business doesn't try to appease its people. Yeah. Did that make any sense?
Yes. It's kind of like you hear a nigga what you want.
Exactly. and black people, like you said earlier, we're so conditioned and so trained to be that short with each other. To where even if you just was a little nice, might give you a second chance. Service could be horrible. You could be going through a bad day. Yep. Whatever the fuck is going on. But when I tell you, yo, I'm going to spend my money. I'm going to give you my money. What time we doing this? We doing this at that time. When you don't show up at that time, you already open the door for me to start nitpicking and looking for little stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once I start nitpicking and looking for little stupid shit, I'm I can find a million fucking reasons in here that this shit isn't fucking where it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Fuck is that hole in the wall, cuz?
Exactly. Because this is the thing. Like I told Justin, our engineer who owns the studio is a white person. I told him, yo, we're going to come check the studio out at this time. We came here, checked the studio out. We had an issue with him in, what was that, episode 9, Just?
Yeah.
With the shit messed up? With episode
with the
9.
Audio, yeah.
We had an issue with episode 9. You know what Just did? Just didn't say, all right, well, we'll just record another one, whatever. We attempted that messed up. You know what Just said? I'm changing out everything in the fucking studio. We were recording digitally. Now we're recording analog.
Right.
We haven't had it completely stopped that issue. Gave us a free recording and took discount down on pricing. That's what you're supposed to do. But it's like black business owners will fuck up, and then you be like,
and curse you out,
and then get it, and you have an attitude with
damn, nigga, that's how you gonna act, man. Goddamn, about a little funky ass $35. Well, give me the $35 back if it's a little funky ass $35.
I told you I had an issue with a Philadelphia clothing situation where messed the shirt up 2-3 times, and I kept paying for it. And I'm like, yo, I'll just give you the shirt. I'll bring you a shirt, and you can do it for me, because the shirt kept not being the right size. Yeah. It was either too big or too small. And I'm like, look, I can get a white tee. I'll bring it to you. You can still charge me the same price. Right. No, we use our own tees that come through tee too tight. This shit look like I'm about to swim with dolphins. This shit look like fucking scuba gear. This is too tight.
I'm trying to help you troubleshoot the problem, and you won't let me.
And still paying you the same price, and then giving me.
You won't let me.
It's just
help me, help you, help me. Please.
I tell you all the time, man, it's like I literally went out of my way the other day to use a black business with me trying to move, and it was just like so many issues, man. Yeah. I mean, just so many, to the point where you literally be like, yeah, I'm just going to hire some white people next time. like, that's really where you get, because
I'm just going to pay triple the price and just get this shit right.
I told you the issue I had before with trying to get the brakes and the tires put on my car. Yeah. I straight left my man's shop and went to the dealership.
Paid $300 more.
The dealership rate me here. You know what I'm saying?
But it got done.
It got done fast, and I had like 3 free pretzels and was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is the thing. When you got an auto shop as a small black business, you got your small little auto shop, you don't have a waiting room. So I'm standing outside because you don't have a waiting room with fucking ESPN on. Right. So it's like, yeah, I might sit in a dealership and pay extra because I can fucking relax. You don't have that. So you need to go to
I'm very tense standing here.
My thighs are burning.
You make me uncomfortable, dog.
Real talk. It's like you have to go the extra mile. And that's not just for black business. That's any small business. Yeah. You have to go the extra mile.
My thing is, I'll give anybody a plug.
Perfect example. Can I use this real quick? The biggest podcasts, the biggest radio motherfuckers, add them on Twitter. Add them on Instagram. They ain't going to respond to you. At me and you on Twitter. What we do? Every TRPE tweet, we respond back, say something, retweet it. Because we building the brand. Yeah. Connections. There are people who legit I speak to every other day now because of this podcast on Twitter. When the podcast drop, every little thing back and forth. That's just what you do. But it's small black businesses that will act like they Ralph Lauren when you come into the joint. And it's like, no.
Let's do this real quick. The price, Philly clothing lines, your pricing is out of pocket. Like, we kind of touched on this before on a past episode, but it's like, yo, the fact that y'all need to buy smarter, because you not buying smarter is leading to you charging the end user considerably more money, or you just don't give a fuck, and you are buying smart, and you still trying to rape us on the back end. And it's like, you catch more with bees with honey than you do with fucking salt. Like, y'all gotta, like, figure a way this shit out. And I'm gonna give y'all a hustling analogy. It's the fast money versus slow money aesthetic. You can sell a bunch of fucking $1 million products, not a bunch, a handful of $1 million products, or a bunch of $100,000 products. Which one do you want to do? Because the money is in the turnover. Just like a motherfucker selling weed, the money is in the turnover. You need to get through this fucking pound as fast as possible so I can buy more, and then, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to sitting on the shit and hoping that maybe somebody buys it for this high-ass fucking number. Yeah. Like, y'all got to get y'all pricing strategies together. Y'all got to get y'all marketing shit together and cut the bullshit. Like, please.
Like, it's crazy. There's so many different little black businesses I've seen come and go so fast, and it'd be like, damn, it was a breakfast spot I went to that was actually really good. Yeah. But I remember the 2 times I went there, breakfast was like $17 because it's like you're just charging way too much, and I'm like, it ain't a thing for me. Whatever I got, I ain't tripping. Yeah. But it's like, yo, you in the hood, so it's like, motherfuckers, Poppy store got breakfast for $3.
Yeah, like you know where I eat breakfast at most of the times when I do eat breakfast now? Fucking Trios on Shelton Avenue. This is a free plug for them because you know why? When I call, they know it's me. They got caller ID. Hey Chad, what's up? They know it's me calling. When I get there, no matter if it's 1 minute after I hang the phone up or 10, my shit is done. Like, I've never experienced service like that in my life. Like, if I call a order in, when I get there, my shit is done and ready to fucking go.
I'm gonna give a free plug too, man. Memos. I play poker with the owner, right? So I come in, I say, yo, let me get a salad. He was like, what you want? I'm like, I want a chicken Caesar salad, but those jumbo shrimp that you do on a skewer, put like 10 of them on the salad with the chicken. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He's like, gonna be like fucking $25. I'm like, I don't care. That's what I want.
That's what I want.
So he like, all right, cool, whatever. He make it. I post a picture on Instagram. In the next week, 10, 15 people come in there because I posted a picture and put the the location.
Yeah.
Come in asking, yo, the salad I seen on Instagram. Da, 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 da. So I'm at Harrah's. I'm in there playing poker or whatever, and I see him. He was at a 5-10 table. You know, he owns fucking memos.
Yeah.
He's at a fucking 5-10 table, whatever. So he comes up to me. We outside talking. He's like, yo, that salad you had, like, literally, he's like 15, 20 fucking people came in this week asking about that salad. I'm going to give you a discount for whenever you come in there. So he gave me like a police discount.
Yeah.
So it's like I got like a 35% off or whatever. And he was like, I might put it on the menu. He's like, it's cool if I like name it the Septimat salad. So I'm like, yeah, that'd be pretty fucking fly. But it's like, yeah, he gives me a discount now. I go in there. I literally, people at my job will like be ordering food. I'll be like, oh, let me order. I call
right.
Because he just that, and it just like that's the type of like I gave him a free plug on Instagram. I'm giving him a free plug now.
Yeah,
he gives me a discount now. Like that's kind of how business works. It's like it's one hand washes.
And that's the other thing. People out there, black and other, especially black people, business is mutually beneficial. Justin has a studio. We want to do a podcast. Justin has an infrastructure for us to get our podcast out to the people in the world. We pay a fee for that. We then get a listener base. We get ad revenue. Everybody wins.
And then we've literally made this. I'm not going to say we made the studio pop, but we're bringing other
product here.
Justin gives us shit on the back
the back end of that. We get a discount now because Carl has a show. If someone else comes through with a show, we get an additional discount. This is the way business works. If not, then it's just you trying to take advantage of me under the disguise of it as quote unquote business. Mm-hmm. That is my number one pet peeve with dealing with unprofessional motherfuckers. Yeah. You trying to show me something or sell me something, and the whiffum is not there. Whiffum is what's in it for me. Ooh. The whiffum does not exist. So it's like, if you can't explain to me how I benefit from this transaction, you're just trying to take advantage of me for your own greater good.
Exactly.
Chad's Business Corner. I'm here all week.
All right, here go another question. I'm a loyal listener, and I was wondering, do y'all? And these are real questions, by the way. I'm not making.
You're not just making this.
I'm not making this up, people. The questions are overflowing.
The questions are lit.
Yo, I'm a loyal listener, and I was wondering, do y'all plan on adding another co-host in the near future?
Absolutely not.
I was going to say this. Clint said it last week. He was like, I listen to podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I have a podcast. Y'all are just good at this shit. I told you, a girl hit me the other day and was like, yeah, it's like y'all been doing this for 20 years. And I'm like, it's wild because we met maybe like, 5-6 years ago?
It's 2017. Yeah, probably like 2010, 2011.
Yeah, okay, 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, we just have like a weird, like,
just like when I was sitting here and you were saying like the Fabulous Drake shit, like it popped right in my head.
Both are always on the same like tight time when it comes to the thought process, and I'm like, we it's crazy because we're like in 50 fucking group chats now with other people.
Yeah,
like, but we're in the group chat with everybody. Yeah. It's just crazy, and I'm like, we always are on the same type time when it comes to thinking and how we outlook at certain things. So it's just like,
only thing me and Matt cold-heartedly disagree on is new era basketball. Other than that, we're on the same page with a lot of shit.
I mean, no, we disagree, but I think we just have a respect for each other.
Yeah, it's a respectable disagreement. It's a conversation. It's not you a fucking dickhead.
You like skinny jeans and dark-skinned women. Yeah. I like big baggy sweats and light-skinned women. It's like, what the fuck? We're different. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel like somebody, and don't get it fucked up, I love having people up here. You know, I love when Carl come up.
Guest is one thing.
Love was dope.
A set co-host is another thing. Like, perfect example, The Breakfast Club. As good as Charlamagne is on that show, it highlights how bad Envy and Angela are at some times because they're not adding any real value to the show. And when they do go to chime in sometimes, it's some of the dumbest shit you ever heard. And it's kind of like, yo, are y'all paying attention to the interview? Are y'all in the interview?
And I got to give Ra a special shout out. You know, me and Ra always argue. We never see Facebook.
Ra was supposed to be the third person on the show.
I respect Ra to death because Ra couldn't have done what he did. Well, a lot of niggas couldn't have done what Rod did. Rod was actually supposed to be on the show with us. You brought the idea to me and Rod first. Like, I want to do a podcast with y'all. This group chat is too funny. Yeah. It's too fucking hilarious. There's way too much knowledge that goes into it. I want to do the podcast with y'all. Rod straight said, all right. But then Rod thought about it like, you know what? I don't have what y'all have. I don't connect with people the way y'all do. Right. Rod knows he's like the Riddler to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a mad little scientist. And he's like, Rod straight told me this. You and Chad have a connectivity that just can't be matched. I don't have that. Right. So I fucks with y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all my niggas. But I'm not going to step in the way of y'all on the podcast tip. And it's just like, at first I was a little like offended, but then I'm like, I got to respect that shit because it's how many people can say that like, yo, this just ain't, and that's what I always say, staying in your lane. That's another thing too when it comes to business, not to go back, but don't do a business just because you see it being profitable for someone else. Right. Really have the love or the want to be the best you can be in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Chad, how long did it take me to really be like, you know what? I'll do the podcast.
Probably 8 months.
Because really, when Chad, the average motherfucker was like, yeah, all right, bet. But me, I straight was like, I'll let you. Because I'm like, I'm never that boy. Never that boy. I play poker. You know what I mean? I told you, motherfuckers, yo, show me how to play poker. Fam, I started playing this shit in 2006 in a fucking car studio, like a car stereo garage, and then started playing house games. It took me 3 years before I went to the casino and actually played for fucking like big amounts of cash, because you gotta be good before you doing that crazy shit. You'll lose your fucking life in a casino. Mm-hmm. But motherfuckers see things and be like, oh, bet, I'm gonna do that. Like, think about it. It's people who I follow on Instagram who every 6 months they doing something
a different hustle.
And it's like, I don't not getting money. Get your money, do your thing. But it's like another joint. Motherfuckers always, yo, why you don't promote parties? And I'd be like, why? They'd be like, because you got crazy amount of followers and your followers actually listen to you. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a party promoter. Right. And my one homie in my barbershop, he like, that don't make no sense. He's like, I see motherfuckers promoting parties out of nowhere all the time. I'm like, yeah, and they disrespectful to the art of fucking party promoting. That's what you don't understand.
Because it is an art to this shit.
Everything that happens has a science. Like I always tell people, anything with numbers has a numerical algorithm. That's the reason motherfuckers really don't understand poker or 6-card rummy or anything but fucking cards. There are 52 cards, 13 of each suit. It's a numerical algorithm. You have to understand this shit. Parties, there are people who can cook their ass off but can't run a restaurant. Exactly. That shit is hard. You have to really understand your craft and really know what you're doing, and you're going to always have to learn and always be better. Yeah. You ever watch Bar Rescue? He got going and these motherfuckers is $1 million in debt and all this crazy shit.
Some people are talent. Some people are the business or the brain. A lot of times the talent needs to link up with the brain in order to make it a business.
And I'm going to say this just because I'm just the realest podcast ever. I'm just being real. I had like a couple motherfuckers like, yo, you funny as shit. You should do your own podcast. And I'm like, no, you sound fucking retarded. And I'm like, granted, yeah, I'm kind of the comedian. I got more jokes, I think, than Chad. But I'm like, Chad is such an integral. Like, I'm like, this shit don't work if Chad don't do it. Right. This is just going to be me talking into a mic about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't see the fact that I'm going to just be all the way live. I don't do none of the show rundowns. I literally, you think of what I told you today. Do we have a show?
Do we have a show? Like, and what I do, send it right to you.
I'm like, do we have a show this week? Because Lord knows I'm not on that shit, boss. It's like, and that's another thing that always bothers me with black people. It's like,
undermining shit.
I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. Right. That mentality. It's like, think about if David Ruffin would have just stayed in fucking line. He'd probably have lived till he was 70, 80 years old.
Exactly. And got money the whole time.
But no, you go left and burn. I hate that because it's always a nigga that's like, damn, man, I'm trying to do this for myself. Or I'm trying to, nah. Because sometimes that just don't work. You understand what I'm saying? Perfect example, again, Andre 3000. These Outkast albums just work. Yeah. It's no need for me to drop a solo album. You understand what I'm saying?
Even though Big Boy keep trying. And Andre's like, you know what? That's cool, but it ain't for me. Like, and you have to respect that about me.
I had two people say that to me, and it kind of offended me. I'm just like, what? Like, no, like, this nigga came to me with this idea. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, my one, he like, oh, I'm just saying, like, I'm like, he's like, you like funny, like, I see niggas like Bill Burr and them got their own, and I'm like, yeah, but that's them and it worked for them.
Right.
What's good for you ain't good for me. What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. Ain't that the old term and shit? And it's just like, yeah, we do that way too much. It's like, look at the chick now. Like, you start feeling yourself instantly. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing it. And it's just like, no, you disrespectful to the other motherfuckers who've been doing this. And I'm not saying that you can't go into another lane or can't get no money doing it. I probably could promote a party if I felt like it. But, nah. I told my girl, I'm like, I watched the shit Chad go through. Nah, it's just not for me. Right. You know, like, real shit, it's just not. Like, here go a good question. I love how you guys talk about music. Y'all are always going at it about old music, new music. Where does your love for music come from?
My initial love for music came from, like, Video Music Box and MTV. The first images of rap music in particular that I fell in love with was Eazy-E and Eric B. and Rakim. And that was like simultaneously. It was I Ain't No Joke. I remember having the Rakim and Eric B. Paid in Full tape as a kid. It was my mom's tape, but I remember seeing that around the house and listening to that. And I remember seeing the NWA We Want Easy video where Easy was in jail rapping with the fucking head microphone on and then jumped through the fucking screen at the concert. The shit fucked my head up. I'm like, yo, this is the greatest shit I ever seen in my life. And ever since then, I just been in love with rap music and rap culture.
It's wild. Like, my parents were so musically inclined. Like, my mom used to play music all the time. You know, the Marvin Gayes, the Stevie Wonders, you know what I'm saying, all of that. My dad... Like, did you live in the house with your dad?
For a little bit.
Like, my dad's an older black man. Like, old black men had, like, 14 machines they had to turn on for their music back in the day. And that was my pop. He had this whole wall of stereo equipment. And it take him 20 minutes to turn all that shit on. But once he get it on, it's like, my pop... And he'd be playing I'm talking about, like, you know, Chubby Checker, fucking James Brown... what's Bruce Springsteen, you know what I'm saying? The Boss. My pop, like, you know, a lot of niggas don't know that, but that's Bruce Springsteen's nickname, The Boss. And my pop was like, who is this big nigga running around with this beard on talking about he the boss? That ain't the boss. Like, cause Bruce Springsteen is the boss, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, like, I remember listening to Fine Young Cannibals, you know what I'm saying? Like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, you name it. My pop would play anything down there.
Records or CDs or tapes?
All that. Records. I remember when, like, CDs first became a thing.
I did too.
Because my pop had a big record player. And, my pop got the original Thriller with the lyric sheet around the vinyl. Yeah, like, my pop had all of them joints. And, like, he just had records. I remember, like, back in our basement, he had a bunch of 45s. Yeah. Like, you know, young niggas don't even know about that.
Like, fuck is a 45?
Exactly. Like a burner?
Like an ACP, nigga? 45 ACP?
Nigga had the heat?
Lemon squeeze, lime on me, nigga?
Nah, but, like, real shit. Like, and used to play music just all the time. So it was just like, and I tell people all the time, music is like a soundtrack. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's music that make you instantly happy. Like, we was talking about Uzi joint earlier. Like,
it do not matter.
For as long as I'm probably alive, when Snoop Dogg Doggy Style come on, I mean, that's the album. What's My Name?
Yeah.
It's just always
Nothing But a G Thing.
It's just always, it's a feel good song. More Money, More Problems is another one for me. Like, it's music that triggers sadness, that make you, you know, people like, oh, Mary J album gonna be lit because she broke up with it. It's just, music is the soundtrack to life. So anybody I meet that's like, I don't really like music, what?
Right.
You're out of your fucking mind. Like,
you died, cuz.
Yeah, because music is just that important. So it's just like, yeah, like, that was dope.
Take one more.
I'm not even responding to this. Word through the grapevine is that the chick is hosting y'all is gonna guest host on y'all show. Say it ain't so.
What word did you hear that from?
What word?
Me and Matt both went on the record on Twitter and said that's not happening. I don't give a platform to foolishness.
That's something Ross said the other day. Like, it should be a privilege to come talk. He's like, I like the fact that y'all both stand
like
against
everybody can't come to the Breakfast Club. Everybody can't come up here. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got nothing to say, you're not on nothing progressive, you don't have like a defined product or a direction that you heading in, like you don't need to come up here.
Top 5 requests. Top five. Top 5 basketball teams ever.
2001 Lakers. What was the 72-10 Chicago Bulls team?
96. That's the 96, 97, right?
Yeah, 96, 97.
Or 95, 96. I think it was the 95, 96.
The 72-10 Bulls team. I really like the Rockets team that won the championship.
Oh, Olajuwon?
Olajuwon's team. They were deep and they played defense too. That's 3. Showtime Lakers. And the probably last year Cavaliers.
I wouldn't put them on there, but that's an interesting choice. Why?
It's down 3-1.
I respect it. Definitely the 01 Lakers. Definitely the 96 Bulls. The 1990 Pistons.
Bad
when
boy.
Dennis Rodman won the defensive player, they were retarded. Like, that team was nuts. I'm going to give props to a team that didn't win a chip. The 95 Knicks, because they were the shit. Fucks with the 95 Knicks. And I don't fuck with the Warriors, so I'm not putting them on there.
I thought about putting them on there, but it's like, lost the championship. You had a collapse, man. What's 73-9 though?
On some, because I like all of them dudes minus Ray, the 08 Celtics. I'm gonna throw them on there.
I hate that fucking team.
I fucked with everybody on the team. How do you didn't fuck with Garnett?
I hated
Paul Pierce.
I hated that iteration of Kevin Garnett because he was like being a fucking dickhead. Like them whole years in Boston, he wasn't a dickhead in Minnesota.
No, I just feel like he was just Minnesoted out, and he was just angry. And then
yeah, they beat the shit out of the Lakers. We both
beat the shit out of the Cavs too. Remember that they had the game 7 and shit. Paul Pierce dunked on Bron and shit.
Yeah, Kobe made them niggas stand out there and watch them celebrate.
Yeah,
and this is why Kobe's one of the 3-4 best players ever, because he came back the championship next year and whooped they fucking ass.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to do some shit like that, to come back? That's another reason why I respect that Cavs team.
Yeah.
They came back and beat the team that beat them.
Yeah.
A better version of that team. Draymond a year better. And they fucking took the championship after being down 3-1.
Yeah.
Crazy heart.
All right, one last question and we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to save something for next week.
It's lit.
Would you this is funny. Would you guys ever host your own weekend? That's funny.
I'm thinking about it.
Are you really? Oh yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I got a couple ideas. I'm thinking about doing it, but it's just like I just want to do it in such like a cool way to where it's like not even like mass promoted. Like, cause I don't want everybody to come. Like, I want the cool motherfuckers and like the dope chicks to come, but not just from Philadelphia. Like, Philly really could stay home. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me like the 1%ers of Philadelphia, like the few motherfuckers that's left that's cool and smart and wear nice clothes and fucking have manners. Let them come, but then let's have the people from those same people from Miami and from Atlanta and Detroit, and we all go somewhere and have a fucking dope ass time. I mean, 300-400 people. It don't gotta be 1,000 motherfuckers that's sitting around looking crazy, being in the way, breaking things, getting on people's nerves.
All right, one last question. Why is Philly so out of control when it comes to the hate and negativity?
I was explaining this to my man Ion when we was together earlier. Philly's the most hating market, and it's the most dick-eating market at the same time. It's like they hate on everything, but then soon as that once you rise above the hate and you don't need their help anymore, now everybody wants to help you. It's like the weirdest fucking dynamic ever. It's like, yo, you know I don't need your help, right? No, but I'm just saying, anything you need me to do, where were you when I needed your fucking help a year and a half ago? Like, and it's just so weird. And it's just like everybody's like in an imaginary rat race competing against like their imaginary haters or the person that told them they was a dumb dickhead in 6th grade or whatever it is, whatever fucking motivation it is. It's just like people are weird as shit, man. And it's just like, it's just so much like insecurity is a big part of it. Like motherfuckers not secure in who they are. And it's just kind of like annoying to see and to deal with.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
I mean, I've extensively like thought about this, and it's just kind of like I came to the conclusion that
I tried like 3 years ago, and it literally like, you ever see the show where what's the chick was dating, the boy who was dating Iggy,
Nick Young,
where he like,
like,
that's how it was, because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it's like you see people that talk shit about somebody, tear him down, then watch him like ascend, then it's like, oh, that's our guy.
Yeah.
Then when he gets to the top and he's there, then it's like, we don't really fuck with Ball.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a roller coaster. I'm in a glass case of emotion. That's how the shit is.
I mean, the insecurity and the lack of confidence is probably a big part of it. Like, I literally found out yesterday, like, I got a motherfucker that's out here that's supposed to be arguing with me that's still mad at me from some shit that happened 10 years ago. Like, just told somebody about an incident that we had 10 years ago, and he's still mad.
You know what's crazy is I saw somebody from my old neighborhood, and we was talking whatever, and he was asking me if I still felt some type, because we like had a little wild ass brawl back in the day, and he was like asking me if I still, and I'm like, honestly, yo, like, I hadn't thought about that.
I made 108,000 last year, bro. I didn't even think about
107. You know what I'm saying?
I said, like, I didn't even think about it.
But I'm like, I was driving the bus, and I'm just like.
And that's another problem with niggas. Niggas keep shit going.
Yeah, and like
niggas don't know how to let
you.
go.
You know what's crazy is, and I was in the store one day, and I saw the nigga that I like had an issue with back in the day, and like he was just all like tight and tense, and this, and I'm just like, get what you getting, man. Like, just or get out the way so I can pay for this shit and get out of here. Like you, and I try to explain it to my homie. I'm like, all this shit happened when we was 18.
Right.
Like, I'm 32. Like,
I'm super over.
Like, I honestly don't even think about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I?
Yeah.
I'm on a whole new fucking platform of life. And that'd be my thing, I feel like, with a lot of Philly. It's like, motherfuckers, it's not that motherfuckers can't grow. I think they don't want to.
Yeah, they won't grow.
They just don't, they don't have the want.
Yeah.
Like, you got motherfuckers like, I told you, when I started trucking and going cross country, like, damn, yo, it's really so much shit out here that has nothing to do with Philly. Yeah. Has nothing to do with them blocks. Nothing to do with that neighborhood.
My man Bonnick told me, he's like, listen, I was in the Hollywood Hills with him and a very, very rich friend of ours at their fucking mansion. And he's like, yo, it's dope shit going on all around the world at all times. Like, think about you being Philly right now, what you would be doing, but you're not. You here. So just take that mentality and just go conquer the fucking world. Like, yo, the world is bigger than fucking Philadelphia, man.
And I feel like it's just negativity everywhere, but I feel like you get the negativity when you look for it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's what Clint kind of preached to me with the whole comedy shit, because for like, again, like you did with the podcast shit, for a good, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months, I gave him all of the what ifs. Man, what if I go up there and bomb? What if I, and he like, dog, stop fucking worried about that. Yeah. Just go the fuck up there. Then I finally go up there and like smash at the first joint I did. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm talking about motherfuckers was taking pictures with me after the show. I'm like, oh, this is some more other shit.
Right.
And it's just like, damn, my mind being so Philly was so worried about the dumb shit that I couldn't even see this. You know what I'm saying? And like, even with the podcast, I couldn't see this podcast being that successful that fast. But it's just like, now I'm telling you, I'm like, all right, this shit is real now. What the fuck? We here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that be the thing. It's like, I feel like motherfuckers here worry too much about negativity.
And bullshit that don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of life and what it means to be successful. Motherfuckers is going to work, making their money. People trying to, create investments and get their credit right and do shit that matters so that they can travel or buy they girl a fucking Cartier love bracelet. Motherfuckers is just on different type of times.
Different type shit.
And niggas be really stuck on the same old bullshit. And it's so nutty and so corny. And it's like, yo, your insecurity is going to be, and your vanity is going to be your downfall. Because eventually you're going to run into somebody who's not playing with you. Mm-hmm. Or somebody that's as tough as you think you are. Or tougher than you. And you're going to have to prove that shit. And it's completely avoidable and it's completely unnecessary. I walk around unscathed by myself. I treat everybody with respect. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Excuse me. Pardon me. My bad. All of that because I demand the same respect in return. And if you go out of your way to disrespect me, it's going to be the point of no return. But let's not do that. Let's just show each other the same mutual respect and just be cool. And you exist in you don't gotta like me, but you exist in your world and I exist in mine.
Yeah, Philly is a wild place. It's funny, I walked in here today and it was a guy, he records his podcast here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you just tell a Philly nigga, you know, the beard, tattoos, whatever. And I walked right in and he put his hand out and we shook hands and he said his name to me and I said Matt. He's like, nice to meet you. And then as he was leaving, he's like, yo, great meeting you, boy. Shook my hand and left. And it was just like, that was cool. That was thorough because you just don't see it all the time. Yeah. It's just like, the average nigga, you walk in, he ain't even going to acknowledge you, going about his business. It's like that shit is real, but it's just like, damn, now I respect this guy because he, like a gentleman, what's going on? Be like, that's the way you're supposed to move and it's supposed to act.
We need way more gentlemanly behavior. I think
that it just walked off. I think that his ad name is Fats 215 or 215 Fats.
Okay.
He does a show here. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yeah, that was dope. Like, cause you know, that was his ad name. It is just like, yeah, like that's the way you're supposed to be.
The little things people don't understand that the little things. He was telling me he listened
to the show and loved the show.
The little things go so far, man.
So far. But y'all don't teach this. Like, I know you seen my snaps the other day when I was going off about driving a six. That everybody was hitting me, and I'm like, I'm not making this shit up. This shit is God. Like, it's people that are really.
I wish I didn't have to report.
I wish I didn't have to say this, but it's motherfuckers that are really this ignorant, that are really this just like dead in the head. They don't understand the respect for the next person, common sense when it comes to people. I've never in my life just put money in anything or put money in front of somebody's face and stood there. I don't give a fuck what I'm buying. Right. If I go up to the nigga selling waters at the red light, yo, can I get a water? And like, I'm not about to just pull up and put $1 out the window in his face because that's rude as shit. Yeah. People really don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that's a whole long discussion.
Yeah, man. Amazing questions this week.
And we still got some I'm saving.
We're going to save some more. Y'all hit the email crazy. They was still sending emails while we was here. Yeah. Just flashed a sign that said we had 7 downloads while we were sitting here. I guess people holding me to my 11:30 aesthetic.
What's crazy?
Look, where is the show, motherfucker?
What's crazy is while we recorded, somebody just added us on Twitter. UNC Diddy need to release the new episode or we burning down that motherfucking studio. Then I got another ad says where was it at? Yeah, it's the picture of Birdman sitting there with his arms folded, and it says, "Is y'all finished or y'all done?" Like, what the fuck is going on with this week in the podcast? So I was laughing at that shit, and then I was like, "Yo, we in the studio right now. Give us about an hour." And then he put the joint with the Kanye joint like this, and he says, "You know what they say? Don't ask people. Comment this week. Is y'all done?" You know what I'm saying? Like. Fuck that. Like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
we apologize. Matt was moving. I was traveling.
I got another John says, yo, no TRPE this week. Is Chad still in the Tangiers fucking with Ginger? Like, what the fuck is going on? This shit is crazy. Like, that's dope, man. If people really
fuck with the show, y'all support the show. We can't say thank you enough, but thank y'all, for helping us, to get where we are. The podcast is doing phenomenal numbers. We need y'all to help us get that same success on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube. Watch the videos on YouTube. Just search TRPE. They're going to pop right up. What is the episodes?
13,
14, 15, 16. And then 17 will be up later this week. And, we just appreciate all the continued support. But, yeah, blow our YouTube up. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all turn on the notifications for new videos when you do subscribe, and go through and like and comment on every single video if you can. Por favor.
Yeah.
Any parting shots? Any administrative things that you need to talk about?
Nah. Subscribe, download, comment. Let's get them comments.
Let's get them comments up. Let's get them 5 stars rolling.
The YouTube channel is there. The merchandise pre-order will happen in the next 7 to 10 days. We'll get that all out. Shirts, dad hats. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Maybe 1 or 2 buckets. I want a bucket.
iTunes reviews. Yeah. Make sure y'all do that.
Got a couple nice little guests coming through here in the next couple weeks.
I'm working on a super big guest, and I can tell you this now, we almost had him for Friday. He had a show in the area, but I had to fucking go to Vegas
and be at the Tangiers.
With fucking Ginger and Nikki Santoro. But it's going to happen. Yeah. The good news is it's going to happen. Big musical guest. Yeah. We supposed to have a couple different guests this week. Oh yeah, follow TRPE 2017 on Twitter. Forgot about the Twitter. Supposed to have some guests coming up in the next couple weeks. A close friend of mine, Philly music legend, does art now. I'm not gonna say his name. Another local Philly person got a poppin' ass movie out right now. I'm not gonna say his name yet.
Another guy who was in a poppin' ass movie.
Yeah.
Have him come through here. That's gonna be a real serious show.
Yeah.
But we doing good. We doing our thing, man. The numbers is good, man. The video is good.
We love y'all, man. We appreciate the rabidness of the fan base, man. We appreciate it, man. Definitely.
So we out.
Episode 17 in the books.
Holla.